Should I start with like a close up of my eyeballs, just like staring at the camera, or would that be like too wild? You know what? I think that will be too wild. That will be too wild. So you know what? I'm gonna get started with like sharing a someone else that's staring into your soul. Oh my god, this is absolutely horrible. Nice stares and stares. What is up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to a stream from the Purple Room. Can we get some more excitement in here, boys? Because right now I'm kind of like I'm kind of falling asleep. I'm gonna be working the playlist soon. Not in a really long time, not in a really quick time, because like there's more stuff going on. Hopefully there will be a Framecast this week. If not, there may be like some sort of podcast or something that will take its place. Framecast will stick around, but I also want to like do another podcast sort of thing, but it will have a new intro, which I'm working on. Hopefully it will be done tomorrow. But the thing which I wanted to share, staring deep into your soul, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, isn't this wonderful? Isn't this absolutely fucking wonderful? Just look at this. Just look at this right here. Look at that ninja. Look at that ninja boy. Why is this guy such a meme? Why the fuck is this guy such a bloody meme? I honestly don't know. How the fuck do you become show more, please? There we go. My god. Oh my god, Healthy Gaming GT is on there. That's pretty, they're pretty cool. But like, Ninja is such a goddamn meme, man. It's like I don't know what the deal is, but just like look at that. It's like, yeah, top streamer, top quality streamer. I mean, like, I'm not shading. I'm not shitting on him. Not shitting on him. Absolutely, I am. But no. It's just really funny. It works so well that this is like the top guy on Twitch, and then he left Twitch because stream sniping or something, and then he came back to Twitch because it died. It's like it just some things just work out so well. You just can't believe it. You just can't fucking believe it. So yeah, I celebrate as much for the end of my Preface is so close now. But who cares? He should compete with Joey. Oh my god, Joey's wonderful effects. Like honestly, he goes pretty crazy sometimes. So, like seriously, like I was really surprised to see that he kept up that thing the entire stream. Let's see, Joey Sorrow TV right here. You should really get the Joey Sorrow handle. No, I don't want that. I want this one right here. But yeah, so just like he started out pretty good, but then he went into cat mode, and then like it just kind of died. Oh my god. For those of you who don't know like what's going on, because like this looks weird because I'm staring at my screen. I should look more up there. But yeah, this right here, our beloved Joey right here, talking about how he doesn't want to be a forklift even though he was destined to be a forklift. Like turned himself into a cat. Like it was insane. Like all of a sudden he was just like, first he was asking me like whether I have TikTok, and then all of a sudden like he did this. He just turned himself like into an anime boy, and then he turned himself into a cat, and we were just sitting there like, okay, there's something going on. But yeah, he the fire, like I actually don't know what the things do, like how he gets that. I should figure that out. Did you rewatch the stream? Maybe not. Maybe not. You figure it out. But yeah, he never answered the your size my tech question about TikTok. I know, it was so annoying. Like, oh man. So basically, like, what was going on? I don't know what to say. Just like love. What is up, Villager? How's it going? But yeah, Leo, Villager, Theme, how are y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing okay. But yeah, like, all of a sudden, Joey just comes up to me and he's just like, yo, listen, dude, listen. Do you have a TikTok? Do you have a TikTok? Wow, this is really out of context. This would be horrible. And I'm just like, yo, dude, like, what the hell you asking me if I got TikTok, dude? Like, I'm a rational adult. I don't do TikTok. I have never ever opened the app. I'm like, legit, I have never been on TikTok. Like, never, ever. Like, I'm just like, miss me with that. Fucking miss me with that. The only time that I will start opening up TikTok is like if I'm gonna start like doing cringe compilations, because that platform is just cringe impersonated. But anyway, do you have TikTok? Okay, good. I was about to unfollow. But yeah, like he was asking me like, dude, do you have TikTok? And I was like, yo, why? And he was like, he just didn't answer. So like, I don't know why the fuck he was going on about that. I don't know what, maybe he made a TikTok. He's making really cool TikToks. Who knows? But Joey, please, What's going on with TikTok? You joining TikTok? Are there videos of you like lip syncing and dancing to like some really popular like mainstream music? Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Don't fucking do it. He did make it toxic. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just like all the people like you looked up to just like starting to, you know, dance on TikTok? Like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, we need to get off this planet, boys. There's only one thing to it. We need to get off this fucking planet. Humanity's doomed. Humanity's fucking doomed. It's over. We just need to... Oh boy. Did you guys see that they actually like with space actually went into they went into like space, and you're just sitting here, you're just like, yeah, so fucking what? It's like SpaceX, they go into space, like, dude. But no, like actually like they went into space with people that weren't actually astronauts. They were just like random people with millions of dollars, but still random people just like you and me, just having millions of dollars in the bank. Just random people just like you and me, just having millions of dollars, but just you and me. If we had millions of dollars, just random people just like you and me, but if we had millions of dollars. And they just went into space for 3 days. And it's like, okay, space travel is coming along. Someone is noticing that TikTok is being sold everywhere, and we just need to get off this fucking planet as fast as possible. And we need to, like, up the ante, like, up our technology, just get the fuck out of here. I can see that. But he was explaining how he got his $1,000 Gunpla, no dancing. $1,000? Are these things so expensive? No way, hold on. I gotta look this up. I did not know these things are so expensive. You gotta build them yourself. Gumplemeck. All right. Let's peep this out, boys. Let's peep this out. Also, I'm missing my chat. Where's my chat gone? Let's see. Hold on. I can find my chat. There's my chat. Woo! All right. Let's see here. Model kits. Entry grade. What's entry grade? $8. Sold out. I mean, like, $8 is, like, not too bad. Like, actually, that's way cheaper than I ever expected them to be, but, you know, hey. Master grade? 55? Yeah. About $50. I'd expect that. Perfect grade? 135? I mean, yeah. Like, where does the 1,000 come in? SD, that's just tiny. Full mechanics, 65. Where's the 1,000? I'm looking. 30-minute missions. I'm not seeing a $1,000 one. This is just bowls. This is bowls. I'm just looking at bowls here. Sure, a master grade. Where did they get the 1,000 one? All right, $1,000 Gunpla. Let's see if it finds that. Notice me, Senpai, notice me. That's what Joey's effect would do, but I gotta do it myself because I'm not as high tech, you see. But yeah, that should have been plural. There are no random people. Brother of Gunpla. It was also quite young. It was lovely. I mean, a terrible tragedy. Where's the Gunpla? Big anime titties, big anime titties, girlfriend waifu. Oh my god. Where's Joey's sons when you need them? See, I'm doing them manually, okay? Appreciate me efforts, man. Appreciates me efforts. I'm doing them manually. I'm not as high tech. I'm not as high tech as Joey. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, let's see if, Villager, if I get banned off of Twitch because I'm copying your comment, that is on you. So I'm just gonna look up Gunpla big anime titties girlfriend wife. Well, let's see if that returns any results and see whether we get whether I get a hideout. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Big titty anime titties t-shirts. Oh boy. I'm gonna go take a peek. And I'll let you know whether they're okay. Actually, like, wow, this is so underwhelming. This is so fucking underwhelming, dude. This is so fucking underwhelming, dude. This website, this shit was called Big Anime Titties T-shirts, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe gets us banned off of Twitch, but here we fucking go. And it's just like a planet. It's a fucking planet. It's not even Uranus. It's just Saturn. It's just fucking Saturn. It's like, yo, Like, what do we even, like, dude, that looks like fucking dishwasher detergent. Dude, like, you promised me! You promised me! You promised me, so how dare you? Why does Switch want to ban you if you show titties on the website, but you have massive titties, then it don't matter? I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, man. But yeah, apparently they don't have that. Apparently they don't have Gunpla big anime titties golf girlfriend waifu. So if you want to like drop right into that gap in the market, make yourself $1 million. Go make one. Go fucking make one. Maybe that's a cool thing for Joey. You could do that. Call that the Joey Zero big. God damn it, the Joey Zero Gunpla big anime titties golf girlfriend waifu, and then that will show up as the first one in Joey Zero when you search for it. Then the forklift second, and your channel third. But you own the first and the third, which I guess is better than, like, you know, the second. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. Joey also did the manually, like, oh yeah, he's speaking them too. Okay, wonderful. But yo, Michel Postma, hope all is well, buddy. Dude, my day has been ruined. My day has been absolutely ruined. I am so close to just utter total despair. Like, I don't know, like, the worst things in the world. This list's right up there. Like, I was super ready to just get banned off of Twitch because Villager said, like, yo, go and, like, search up from Gunpla big anime titties golf girlfriend waifu, and I came up this site which has this big anime with capitalization. It has capitalization, dude. It's a capitalization big anime titties t-shirts, and I'm just like, okay, dude, I'm ready for it. You know, I haven't taken a risk in a while. I haven't been, like, all that edgy, like, towards the TOS of Twitch. I've been very, very safe. I've been brand friendly. It's been very, very useful for me. My amount of sponsorship money is still at 0%. So, you know, fuck it. You know, let's go and not be so advertised for it. Let's go and click on the big anime titty station. You click on it, it's just absolute fucking garbage. It's like, does this scream big anime titties with, like, capital letters? No! My hopes and my dreams have just all been crushed, and it's just like, it's all meaningless. It's all downhill from here now, so yeah. Anyway, apart from that, I'm doing quite good. I'm doing quite good. So yeah, it's been alright so far. We have the Toxic Ninja Pro. Yo, dude, what's up? So you went deep in them titties and risked it all? Yes, and I came out empty-handed. But yeah. Last weekend did get to diamond. Woo! Finally got around to diamond. Oh no, not diamond. Platinum. Fuck! I wish I got to diamond. No, got around to platinum. Toxic Ninja Pro. What have I walked into? What have you not walked into? That's the question. That's the question you should be asking. What have you not walked into? I would say an executive meeting. You have not walked into an executive meeting unless you are an executive as well as me. Actually, I'm not an executive, but let's say there are two executives in this chat right now. You have actually met each other right now, and you're in executive meetings. Actually, this is also an executive meeting. I don't know. Twitch. You've run into Twitch. Sussy Baka. Oh my god. Oh boy. But yeah, like, I did get into Plat this weekend, even though, like, Apex servers have been just garbage. Apex have actually turned around and they've said, like, yo, I know our servers have been horrible. I know people have been losing points because they've been jumping into servers, like, to play a game that our server just went like, oops, I guess I'll die, and then we just deducted points, we banned people. You know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna write any of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the season split by a week, and then we're just going to shorten the next split by a week because we're not going to change the seasons or anything. So it's utterly meaningless what we're going to do. But it just shows that we care. It's like, no, you don't. So, anyway, hopefully by this time, something better will come around. Like, the servers will be a little bit better. I'm not necessarily intending to go into there, but I don't know. I didn't walk into Warframe. For sure you did. You happy about that? You sad about that? How you feel about that? You didn't walk into a banned channel, not yet, that's for sure. I mean, like, that is something which, like, I do wonder about it. Like, you know, they're, like, getting banned off of, like, a site is not something that I want to do. But at the same time, like, we are looking towards, like, the future. Like, what will be the end, you know? Like, do I really want to be doing this until, like, 90 years old? Do I really just want to be, like, you know, if I'm just, like, barely able to speak, I'm just, like, I'm the man this fucking just sitting there, I'm like, hi, guys. and I just like wet myself. It's like, is that the content? Is that the content I want to be known for? Nah, not really, I guess. So like when is the perfect time to like not keep on streaming? Like, I don't know, because like none of the people that actually really like done this really grew old. It's like the people that were kind of like Ninja hasn't grown old. He's so fucking weird now. But I mean, like, at what point in time, like, will you just be like too old for Twitch or too old for YouTube? At that point in time, like, do you really want your channel to just like be this remnant of just like you're just wetting yourself? Or do you want to go out with a bang and just like, you know, just like fucking break all the rules, just like go and show, get to the front page of Twitch and just go see the world? Dude, I'd actually do that. If there'd be an opportunity where like you'd be like, I'd be in spotlight for like all of Twitch, all of YouTube, and and just like mainstream television. Let's say that there'd be like some big event. I built myself up for like this entire like PC friendly, advertiser friendly like channel or whatever, representative of all of the internet, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, here we go live, and just like big ass fucking Gunpla. Dude, what a fucking brilliant moment that would be, man. Oh, you know, that is worth every fucking band. That would be worth it. That would be fucking worth it, I guess. People get paid to wet themselves on streams. Yeah, but like, is that really a track you want to go down to? Because like honestly, like that is something which like I have thought about. Well, actually not really. I have not thought to get paid to wet myself on stream. Don't even get that into your heads. I've never thought about that. But like I have been wondering sometimes when it's like you do get people on Twitch, some streamers that are like, oh man, like those big titty streamers, I don't like them because they just like get money for free and they just get viewers for free. And like that was the entire thing with like the hot tub section. It's like, oh, it's detracting from the pristine gamer status of Twitch, and people don't want to watch games anymore. People just want to watch titties. And I've already said, like, I don't really understand it because I think it's kind of pathetic. It's like, why do you go on Twitch to like play around like, ooh, what a TOS, ooh, or you can just go out there and just like find the real shit? It's like I just like, it's the same thing with like fan servers or like sex scenes in like movies. It's like, why the fuck do we like do this pretend shit? It's like so boring. It's like, why are we like, ooh, it's like, for fuck's sake, dude. But anyway, you know, if that's your if that's your thing, go with it. But then like I've always wondered, because people always say like, oh, it's so easy. And then I compare it to like, oh, it's so easy, you can play games for a living. It's like, well, is it so easy? Because like, to be honest, it's like, for instance, take a look at the game Warframe that you mentioned, Toxic Ninja Pro. Like, there are so many people that have probably made like a decent living with that game, making content about that game, making videos about the game, playing the game every single day, and just gone absolutely insane about it. Because like, yeah, playing games for a living is fun if it's like a game you're enjoying in the moment, but is that a game you're going to be enjoying 10 years from now when you play it every single day, 12 hours a day? It's like, no, you're not going to enjoy that. No, that's not fun. It's like, at a certain point in time, like, the fun things are only fun in moderation. The moment you exceed in them, because you need to exceed in them for your job, it's like, it doesn't become that fun. And at the same time, it's like, I also know there are experiences with games which I like to have to myself. Like, I played Mass Effect over the summer, which I just love to just have to myself, so I could just, like, I don't know, have that experience without having to, like, always be on, sort of thing. Then again, I also really enjoy whenever we play Horizon Zero Dawn, or wherever we play, like, something else, like, do that together on stream. But then, like, I'm wondering, it's like, you know, this entire life is just like, oh yeah, people just pay you to like wet yourself on stream, or like sit like scarcely clothed in like a hot tub, or, you know, even less on OnlyFans. Like, is that something that like you would do? Because like the thing is, like, I already find with like I'm not here to complain, because like honestly, like, this shit is so much easier than just like, you know, working the mine shaft. Like, that shit is like come on, like, what are we complaining about? But at the same time, it's like, would you really do that? Like, if you were given the opportunity, okay? Like, seriously. Like, not even as a meme. If you were given the opportunity to, like, as a living, like, daily just, like, wet yourself, or, like, you know, make an OnlyFans, and then make a living out of that, but that would be the only thing you could do for the rest of your life, and that would be something you would have to do for the rest of your life. You'd be paid well, but that'd be something you'd have to do for the rest of your life. Would that be something you'd do? If yes, so why? And if no, why? like personally, like I think that there is definitely like a little bit of like a cool part about it, because like you'd have that admiration of like, oh man, you know, people really like to see me and pay for me. Like that's so cool. Like the same thing that like people like, I mean, you have on Twitch and YouTube where it's like, oh man, like it's so cool that, you know, you guys show up to like watch as I just like ramble onto the camera, you know, like that's pretty sweet. But at the same time, it's like, it feels like something where I like that I can develop the like I like that I can develop the channel where you can like talk about shit like this. I like that I can develop the channel so we can talk about like, we can explore many different things, when it's just like only like bodily fixation sort of thing. It's like, are you really gonna have that? It's like, I don't know. But yeah, regarding pay, when do you pay me for telling people to donate to you? When people start donating. Actually, no. I'll pay you in stream tokens. I'll pay you in like tokens. So here. There you go. It's a down payment. By the way, this shit actually works. This stuff actually works in what is it? In like if you go back to the fob, then like that /me message, it's in a color. So like you'd actually have to go back in the past if you like, if you want to see Michel saying the same thing many times. What is this? Oh, the millions of dollars. Ah, I see. Let's see. But Toxinity Pro says, or be like he can't be a gamer in the basement forever. A film says, so we all meet at non-existent convention, margin left -10 pixels, and after non-existent end of lockdowns, padding, error 404, and then you end it all. Dude, that's, oh my god. Like, actually, no, that's all good down there. To me, the fantasies of the ratio. Hey guys, it's almost this is your almost ever stream notification, and all your money to Misha so he can feed his 6,213 lawyers and fuel his Ferraris and Lamborghinis. You can easily do that by sending him your credit card information on the front and back of your credit card. Woohoo! Actually, like, I don't know if like someone legit does that, if that will be in trouble. Like, you know, you don't have to be worried about me leaking it. Probably about me using it, but. You should read about the history of Eldar, or more known as the fall of Eldar. They stopped being fake. Sure, I'll make an OnlyFans. I have too much shame to wet myself on the stream. I know, like me too, probably. Regarding pay, when do you pay me? No, because I like the challenge of being appreciated for being skilled at something I love to do and earning from that. I don't think wetting myself is the best life. Yeah, like that's what I feel too. It's like. I think that is something which a lot of people, especially when they grow big with gaming or something, you have this thing like, if you succeed at YouTube sort of thing, in a massive way, that you can actually like delegate it off to like an editor or something, like you can delegate it off to other people, and then you can go out and fuck off and do something else. Like, I think that's like an ideal life sort of thing, in a sense, like more of an ideal life. But like, let's say that you're good enough that you like, you know, you make a fair chunk of money a month, but it's only so much, and you have to like keep on doing it every single day. Like, at that point in time, I do feel that it's kind of like, I think that that's something which like causes the burnout with people that main a single game and make reviews and sort of thing. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Like, how much are you challenging yourself? How much are you showing your skills? Like, at the start, it's like, dude, I don't even know much about this game, but like I'm trying to like find the best builds and trying to find the best like strategies. It's like, it's so cool because like you're going out and like showing how good you are. But at a certain point, like, you have to get cracked. You know how it works. You know how this shit fucking works. And then you go out and it's just like, you're just sitting there doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And that's why, like, I mean, like, I don't know if I would say I would have tremendous respect for people that like continue to stream in Warframe like for like years and years on end, because like I don't really think that is something that, like, with like, when I say I have tremendous respect, it's almost like something where I'm like, wow, you know, when I look at people that like play the Olympic, like are participate at the Olympics, like, that's tremendous respect, because I would love to be able to like do something like that. But like, I know that it's not within my capabilities, but like, I think it's very, very like amazing to see. And like, I think that when it comes to people that just like continue to main like a game forever and ever and ever, unless they super enjoy it and continue to like have that like, oh man, I personally really have fun with it, like, I think that's like really cool. Like, commendable that they can continue to have fun with it. But like if they don't, which I know for a lot of people that's not the case, I think it's rather like sad in the sense, not like, oh man, that's so sad, but like I think it's personally kind of sad that people are in a situation where they feel like they're forced to like do something which they back in the day really enjoyed, and now they just have to keep doing it, and they oftentimes feel trapped. And I'm like, I wish you weren't, because like you're a really cool person, like in a sense of like the fact that you were able to like get to a point where you're at right now, the fact that you were able to sustain yourself with what you were doing, the fact that you were able to like reach such an audience. It's like there was so much potential in you, yet right now you feel like you're trapped. Like that's something which like I do respect them to keep that they keep on going, because it's very easy to throw in the towel, but at the same time, like I wish there was a way out for them. But anyway, at the same like as you say, Ninja, it's like yeah, I would like I would like to do something where like I'm being skilled at, and it feels like rewarding to get it. They're my first OnlyFans videos and pictures and stuff. Holy shit! What is this? Oh my god! I don't think I can show this in the stream. It's just fucking weird. It's just fucking weird. It's just fucking weird, dude. I'm actually an artist, so I think I'd be extremely content with my life if I could earn a living with my art. That would be really cool. Like that would be really cool, but like do watch out that like you're that you do it in the right way. So, for instance, like one thing you gotta realize when it comes to creative endeavors, like they're super high risk, super high reward. And what you find with that is that most of the time, if you're successful, either you'll be successful with like one piece, like very good, and like boom, like that will be like highly successful, but then you're gonna have to re-achieve that. Look at, for instance, that like Gangnam Style, like the artist that made that, like that thing just shot out of the popularity. That thing was the most popular song on earth for like a long time. But then, like, who knows the rest of the songs that he's made? So it's like, how are you gonna achieve like the next thing? And if you're like, if you've only done one thing, like like, how are you gonna like keep up if you only had like one like really good selling thing? But what if it's something that you can iterate? What if it's something like, hey, I'm selling a kind of art which like people can request and they like this thing very much. Like, watch out though, really watch out. Like, I don't know much about the world of art, but like I know that when it comes to like something like videos or creative endeavors with streams or something, it's like if you had something that hits and hits good and people like that, like you're more inclined to like keep on trying with that. But like make sure that it's still fun, and a lot of time fun comes out like trying new things and like making sure that like you diversify rather than just like doing the same thing over and over again, because otherwise what you're going to be doing is you're going to be turning like your passion into something which more like a grind, where it's like I need to grind this, I need to do this, and you become like it kind of becomes this machine thing. And that's when like if your work, which is your passion, becomes something that's like kind of like dull and menial, like at that point in time you don't have to only deal with like dull and menial work, you only have to deal with like dull and menial work which used to be your passion. So what kind of passion do you have now to like alleviate this dull and menial work that was your passion? It's like maybe none. So you're gonna have to go find one. But what if you like, you know, want to go out and find a passion? Like, what's to tell you that this new passion that you'll find will not turn into like that same passion and then become dull and menial again? So I'm not like a musical artist, I draw. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. But like, you know, just keep that in mind. In the sense, like, I really fucking hope that like you succeed, man. Like seriously, like that's really cool. But when we shall start playing Apex on tournaments, when I won't suck and the game will pay me money, I don't know. Honestly, it's like the thing with Apex is that like, okay, so there is two or three things with Apex. First of all, I enjoy the game socially. So like, I think that the parkour system in the game is really cool. I think that the movement in the game is really cool. I think the gunplay in the game is really cool. However, the reason I like this game so much is because I know a bunch of people that play it. I know a bunch of people like in this community that play it. That said, like, I have played it a lot recently. Like, I've played a lot of the last few months to kind of get good, because like I hate it when I play with like Espionage and Defton, and the first time like I knew nothing. I kind of wanted to like get good, so that if I were to ever play with Emo, if I were to ever play with Raskas or Espionage or Mogamu or Defton, like I'd be good. Or Emil, like I'd not be pulling them back. And then like if I could actually get better than them, like hey, you know, that's a bonus, but I didn't really expect it to happen. However, the thing is that like, I think right now I'm kind of at a level where, like, I feel like I'm good enough, sort of thing, in the sense of, like, I can play a match that really bringing the squad down. Sometimes I have matches where I get, like, 10 kills, like, I just, like, slay squad after squad by myself. Sometimes I have matches where it's, like, you're kind of dry for a bit. That's alright. That's, like, kind of average. However, like, right now, like, I find that I mostly play, like, solo, and, like, we do play on stream. Last week we played, like, 2 times on stream, but we had, like, the server breaking. But, like, I do find that I'm kind of like, yeah, if it's not for me to, like, play with people that I enjoy playing with, then, like, I can play this game, but it tends to, like, become more frustrating than fun, because at that point in time, like, you're playing with the algorithm, you're playing with people that constantly leave, and you're playing with, like, you're playing for stats, you're not playing for fun. So that's something which I have, is, like, if there is, like, a community sort of thing where we're like, hey, let's go into a tournament, or, like, if there would be some sort of, like, Warframe style community that we had with, like, defense, but we have that with Apex, like, that would be something that I'd be interested in tournaments. But that's not really there yet. That's not really on the line either. And I do notice also that this game has some issues that Warframe had, which I think really come forward when you, like, main a game. And, like, this is why I never really want to main a game ever again, is because like, I was really close to maining Apex because, like, I wanted to make, like, specialized videos about it. I wanted to make, like, at least 2 streams a week about it, and I really, like, wanted to also even play it offline, like, not even when I'm on stream. I wanted to play Apex. I thought it was a really fun game. However, what I noticed is that, like, when you start playing a game and you start maining it, you start forming a relation with it. Like, it becomes a game that, like, becomes close to you, and it becomes a game that kind of defines you. So if it's a game that, like, becomes so close to you that you feel like it starts defining you, you kind of want it to, like, be shaped towards you, because you're shaped by it, but you also want it to be shaped by you, because with any relation that you have, every normal relation you have, normally, like, if you have a relation with something or someone, like, you shape it, then it shapes you. So with a game, though, that's not the case. So if there is this game like Apex Legends, which, like, I am right now, like, I think it's fun, but then, like, they go ahead, and then, like, right now I think it's fun, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could make these videos which are, like, cinematic. Like, it would be great if at a certain point in time I would be able to, like, control a camera, or I would be able to, like, control something more, like, there would be some sort of creative mode. And, like, I was kind of reasoning at the start, like, maybe if I make it really big, there'd be something, like, you could request from, like, developer or something, or you could request, like, a private tournament lobby sort of thing, where I could, like, have the map to myself. Like, those are things where I was thinking about, like, maybe if I, like, get really successful with, like, the channel, like, that's something you could request. However, you look at right now, and, like, they just pushed an update where basically, first of all, they broke the entire servers. So if my business was depending on this game to record things in, and their servers broke, that means that my business is down. That's garbage as a business model. But secondly, what's even worse is that they changed the way that they're working with their, like, firing range, their private lobbies, which apparently aren't even private. It's just like, you're in a public lobby in a firing range. You're in a public lobby in, like, you know, a private seeming lobby, but everyone's just, like, invisible. But technically it's all, like, public, but it's pretty weird. But, like, they changed how people die, and it's like, it's just really cumbersome. I'm like, this is slowing down my work by, like, a significant amount. And, like, this is something that's going to keep happening, because these games are going to iterate, they're going to change things around, which are going to, like, be hampering me. And whereas I'm going to be like, yay, I love this game whenever they do something good, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, fantastic, and maybe they might like that, and be like, oh yeah, that's so good. Whenever this game does something that, like, I don't like, there's, like, no recourse. It's like, there's no communication, and, like, that's something which just isn't fun if you main something that I don't want to get close to that. Don't want to get close to, like, having this feeling where, because you have multiple experience where it's like, wow, this is something which feels like it really went against me personally. Like, I've had that in Warframe sometimes, when there were things that, like, I particularly lose, where, like, I didn't even know someone could even exploit it, where I've never seen anyone even exploit it, where it was so dumb and menial, but, like, it was crucial to the way that I would record videos, but then they would remove that without, like, even giving a reason why, and it'd be something where I'm like, it just fucked up my day, and I'd be like, why the fuck did you do that? But there'd be no way to, like, figure it out. I was a Warframe partner at that point in time. But yeah, so, like, that is something which is, like, I don't want to get too close to a game that I, like, start disliking it. And I kind of like Apex right now. I don't want to get to a point where I start disliking it. So I don't, like, the thing is, like, I play it socially. If there's, like, right now I have noticed there's, like, a bit of a dry period where, like, yeah, like, I've played like, the last few months mostly by myself, which is fine. But, like I'm at this point right now where I'm like, yeah, this is a fun game, but, like, I'm not gonna continue play it. I know that there's, like, a bunch of you in chat here who also enjoy it, but also there's a bunch of you in chat who are like, fine watching it, but also don't super enjoy it. Where it's like, with back in the day when we did like Among Us, like most of you were like, woo, we want to join, and like we joined in, we did this as a thing together. And I think that Apex is more like a thing where I do it like we play with like 1 or 2, but not more than that, and everyone in chat is sitting there like, yeah, cool. And because it's like hard for me to like play and read chat at the same time, I feel like interaction kind of goes down because I can't really speak as much to you, and I think that's like unfortunate. So like that's something where I'm like, that's not entirely where I expected it to be. Then of course there's the element of I don't want to dislike this game. I don't want to get to a point where like I start hating games because I got to like too attached to it. And thirdly, like why I probably won't participate in tournaments is probably I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm the best gamer ever. I'm also not gonna try and be the best gamer ever, because the thing is, if I want to be the best gamer ever, I would need to, like, practice and train. Like, for instance, like, Emil and I started around the same time. And wow, like, Emil's over level 400, I'm 250. That means that Emil, like, I play roughly 2 hours a day. Like, pretty much every day, with, like, the exception of, like, 1 or 2 or 3 weeks. But like that means Emil has been playing more, and I just can't spend that time. I don't want to spend that time. I've had half a year of like playing Warframe like 8 to 10 hours a day for half a year. I don't like that. I've been there, I've gone for it. It sounds like a dream. When you start out, it sounds like a fucking dream. You're gonna get everything in the game. It's gonna be fantastic at like the first week, and then after like 3 weeks, you're gonna be like, when people ask you like, what did you do last week? It's like, I just played a game. And what are you gonna do next week? Well, I just played a game. Do you have everything in the game? Almost. What are you trying to do? Farm. Why are you doing it? Just to, like, get to completion, I guess? It's just, like, it makes your life empty. And, like, I would not recommend it, so. Espino said, I heard something a long time ago that has always resonated with me. When a baker owns a bakery because they love baking doesn't mean that their job is to bake bread. Their job is to figure out ways to get people to buy their bread. That's why so many great artists, makers, entertainers, etc. fail at making it their passion. Yeah, like, that's something which, like, I very much feel, like I very much feel like there is a lack of, there is a, big thing where it's like you don't necessarily need to be the best, you need to be the best that's known. And I think that generally speaking, like you can look at Twitch right now. I think that if any of you started streaming right now, I'd watch your stream. If like I knew you were streaming and like you were actually like speaking to a mic that I could actually hear, and like it'd be someone you'd say something. Because like a lot of times, like if people started streaming and like they're not fun to watch, it's mostly because either their like audio is absolutely cracked up and you can't even hear a thing, or they just don't say anything. But in general, dude, like streaming is just like, you know, you just speak to you like you'd speak to a friend, this sort of thing. You'd speak to like someone you found in the street. So it's like, yeah. And like I believe that most people are likable. Like I believe a vast majority of people are likable people. Where like if you met them, like the way that I like, you know, the way that I met you for like, you know, you popped into my chat and we started chatting, like, you know, I hope the best for you guys. Like I seriously fucking do. And like whenever you guys come by, it brightens my day. Like I think it's fun to talk to you. I never have a feeling with anyone here in chat right here where I'm like, oh my god, it's them. Oh my god, I need to speak with them right now. It's like, no. And whenever you guys tell me like, oh, I did something great, or like, hey, you can help me with this, let's say that you guys are like, oh yeah, I wanna get this. So like if you can just like, you know, pay a little attention and like that will like you give me a few and like boom, like that will go up. It's like, sure, doesn't cost me anything. I'd like to help you. However, the problem is like finding people. Like the reason why like most people will go to like a PewDiePie or a Ninja and like stick around is like it's because these names are known, and like when they then click on these channels is like, oh yeah, they're kind of cool. Yeah, they're kind of fun. It's like because they're fun, likable people like everyone else, but it's really hard to find them. And that's the same thing when it comes to business, when it comes to art, when it comes to any endeavor. It's like most of the time people are pretty good. However, it's really hard to be found, and that is something which is like a big issue. Well, like finding people. So yeah, I want to stream, but instead over here my country is so ass. Oh boy. The video says having a healthy degree of separation between yourself and the things you like is great for keeping a source of happiness from running into a source of misery. Oh yeah. What was the video? How are you doing, man? Haven't spoken with you in a while. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, does it have to be in English? I mean, that's up to you, man. That's up to you. But yeah, it's like you really gotta make sure that you diversified. Like I would definitely say, I actually wanted to make a video about this at some point. Like, I really want to get like more up to date with my videos, because then I can like actually talk about this on like YouTube as well. Because like I really want to make videos about this where it's like, you know, I just sit and talk and we just talk about topics. Because one thing I actually really want to talk about is like how, like, why I would say don't go full into your passion, don't go full into like your like a game, don't go full into like one single thing. Even though I've done that, and like I would definitely recommend people to like try and chase their dreams as much as they can, I would say don't fully commit to one thing, because this is the thing, and like I've seen this time and time again. Like I can give you so many examples of people that like have made it incredibly successfully far in a like really impressive but still like sort of like small way, where like they got over like a really significant amount of subscribers on YouTube, where they were able to like sustain themselves, but ultimately ended up feeling miserable because they were so heavily involved in one single thing that it became like their downfall sort of thing. It became boring, became annoying, and like they burned out. But also when it came to like sports and athletics, like I've done swimming very, very like seriously. I've done it very competitively. I'm a couple of times national champion. I've done international tournaments. I've done all those things, and I still train roughly more than average. But like it's really interesting to see, like, it's like if you invest yourself entirely into one single thing, like that's good as long as that goes well. The moment it stops going well, like it just falls down. Like what's left of you? It's like I really think it's a really good thing, and that's something I try to focus on myself as much. It's like try and diversify yourself. The way that I heard someone put it is like, let's say that you have a plate. Let's imagine your life is like a plate on which you eat, on which you have food. Let's say that you don't know what every day is going to bring. You don't know what every day is going to bring. So like let's say you have your plate of food. Do I have something which looks like a plate? I don't know if I have something which looks like a plate. Fuck, I'll just use my computer. Right. Imagine just be like a plate of food, right? And like every single day, like you go around to like a tube which like dispenses what you're gonna get. Okay, so like every single time you go around to that tube, like that thing can dispense something which will be either great or garbage. You can decide whatever great or garbage food is. Okay, but like if you only have one thing in your life, like what you're gonna get, like if you're gonna turn around, let's say you don't really like broccoli but you love meat or something. Like let's say that like you heavily invest into like this one single thing, and like every single day it like drops off like meat. It's like, oh, lovely. But then one day you just like come around, like boom, there's broccoli on your plate. You don't like that. Now your entire plate to you is just shit. It sucks. And that's what happens. Let's say that you have like a really big setback with like something you're massively invested into. And then the question becomes like, yo, what do I have? Like everything is shit right now. But let's say that you have many different tubes out of which food can come, and every single one can give you different things. So like let's say that apart from like doing like your passion full time, which will be like apart from just like being focused very much on your passion, whether it be maybe art, baking bread, doing YouTube, doing Twitch, doing like whatever music or whatever your passion is, apart from doing that, like you also study, or you also have a career. And apart from that, you also you like to work out a little bit. Apart from that, maybe you also like to go for walks. Maybe you like to write a little bit, draw something or whatever. Like you have so many different things that are like give every day like popping themselves on their plate, that maybe one day like you get broccoli from like the main thing you're doing, but the rest of the stuff is good. So it's like, yeah, there's like one thing that was kind of shit, but the rest is kind of cool, so still on the right plate. And that's something where it's like, if you're heavily invested into one single thing, like, when things go bad, like, that can just break you, because what are you the moment that goes bad? If you are that one thing, and that thing goes bad, and it feels like you're shit at that one thing, which you'll definitely feel, it's like, then, like, are you entirely shit? Like, that's something which you can get very close to feeling, and that's something which, like, I would highly recommend against. Don't do one thing only. And like that's why I would say don't fully entirely dedicate yourself to your passion if you feel like doing that, because like you'll rule out everything else in your life, and that will suck. Watch out though that I like say like don't fully 100% do that, because I do still think you should like find something in your life which you are very passionate about and commit to that, but do it in a responsible way. Where like, hey, if you really like to let's say, I mean, like, I find it with, like, YouTube and streaming and such, because, like, that's been kind of relevant to me. So, like, I find, like, you can't do that 24 hours in a day, nor should you do that 24 hours in a day. try and like find something where like, hey, you know, I want to do this. That's cool. But what am I going to do outside of that? That's something which is really important. Like, if you want to dedicate like 10 hours a day to your passion, go do that. But then make sure you, for like the other 14 hours, you have a plan. And make sure that's something else. So like, let's say that like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to take up learning a language. I'm going to take up martial arts. I'm going to take up running. I'm going to take up swimming. I'm going to take up my drawing skills or learning to play an instrument. Then whenever that big thing fails, or whenever you have a big setback, you still have something to fall back on. That's something which I find on Twitch a lot, is that a lot of people just will stream for like 12 to 14 hours a day, and they have nothing outside going on there. And then when like the streaming dream don't happen, which like it can like not happen for a long time because like you just don't grow. Maybe you're lucky and you grow, but then the streaming dream don't happen. Like that can still happen, even if you're like at the top of your game. The moment that like maybe you get canceled because like people get mad at you and like all of a sudden like you have a really bad time. Maybe you fall into like, oh well, all the people around me turn out to be fake, you know, like that shit can really bring someone down. It's like, dude, it's like your streaming dream or something can still really fall down, like just like all your other dreams sort of thing. They still have the potential to fall down, but what's left of you when that falls? So you don't expect it to fall, but make sure that you're prepared for it. Make sure that you like build yourself out more than just like this one single thing. Don't be a one-trick pony. Make sure you're invested into something. You're chasing something. Your life should be an adventure. You should be going after something because like that's really cool. Adventures are awesome, but make sure you also build all those out. So, but yeah, let me see. The video goes, welcome. Most days I be asleep for another hour. My sleep schedule is a disaster. Oh no. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Toxic Ninja Pro says, yeah, if you have only one thing that defines you, you'll probably end up depressed after you either achieve the highest level in that, or you'll end up depressed because you can't get anywhere with it. Yep. Let's see. I just watched a video that shows the guns in Call of Duty Fanguard, and my inner gun nerd just died. I hope I never see Call Fanguard ever again. What's this thing of Call of Duty Fanguard? Like, I've heard something about it. It hasn't been all that fantastic, as far as I've heard. The best World War game, it says right here. Call of Duty Vanguard, the best World War game. Dude, they're going back to World War II again? Was the last game not good? Vanguard is just a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 reskinned as World War II. Wow. Wow. Also, can I get this in English, please? I hate this, like, localization crap that these guys do. It's like, dude... if I wanted to find the Dutch version, I'd go to the .nl version. Alright, I guess they don't want me to see this. Alright, well, we're not gonna see this then. Wow, that changed dramatically. I've been into Valorant lately. I've actually not played that yet. I remember when that was like close to coming out, like there was this closed beta thing which you could get into, and I got a code, but then like there was this like anti-cheat thing which was like really weird. I was like, well, let me just try that. It seems kind of fun, but yeah. Call of Duty Vanguard has the same animations and just absolutely god-awful gun logic. They managed to put 150 rounds into a 50-round drum. How? Oh my god. I don't know, like, I don't know about you guys, but like Call of Duty really seems to like kind of have really fallen off. Where it's like, I remember when Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 were like the big ass fucking games. Everyone fucking played them. And now it's like, I don't even know what that like Call of Duty Modern Warfare like remake thing was. Like, it didn't really like, was Warzone a separate game? Or was Warzone part of Modern Warfare? I honestly don't know. Like, I legit do not know whether that was like a separate thing or the same thing. But yeah, Valorant's pretty fun, although after being in the Warframe community, the Valorant community seems so fucking toxic. I miss the Warframe community. I mean, Warframe community can be toxic too. Like, every community can have its toxic people. I do think that one thing which, like, PvP games have against them is that, like, the game is set very much against them. I've talked about it a lot, like, last week, but... See, basically, with, like, PvP games, like, I especially noticed it in Apex, but I can imagine every PvP game. Like, you miss the human element where, like, you don't speak with your, you don't speak with, like, your teammates, nor do you speak with, like, your opponents all that much. You don't speak with your opponents at all. But because of that, like, if you, like, let's say you play a board game and things go really bad and, like, you're getting really seriously penned up, it's like, people, even your opponents will be like, yo, dude, chill, you know, you're alright, you know, if you lose all your money in Monopoly and, like, you're really butthurt about it, someone will, like, slide you, like, a 20 or something, or 100, you know, you'll be alright. But you don't have that in PvP games. You don't have that because like that's entirely like mechanized away. You don't have that interaction. You don't have like the collaborative element of these competitive games. And because of that, like, even if the competitiveness is enhanced, which you see with, like, Apex, where, like, even the characters are just, like, you know, having these, like, voice lines that are like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna kill you. Oh, you're so shit. It's like, yeah, like, you're kind of, like, amping people up to be, like, absolutely very fucking negative, because, like, you're putting them into situations which they feel aren't unfair, but they can't bring that up because there's no one to speak to. Because of that, like, things get more, like, heated up. And you still have them in PvE games, but, like, the benefit of PvE games is that, like, PvE games are, like, you're working together. So, like, maybe the worst thing that can happen is, like, either you lose your loot or, like, you know, someone is better at you that doing your task sort of thing, but whatever. So, yeah. If you're gonna make a World War II, at least try to stay realistic. I get it's repetitive to make all World War II games be the same, but look at the first 3 games and the cost. Dude, they already went back to World War II, like, 2 years ago or something. Dude, that was so surreal. I remember, like, dude, that Call of Duty World War II was, like, literally, like, they're trying to, like, go back because, like, they went too far with, like, that jumping and shit. And now, all of a sudden, it's like, we do that again, dude. Like, it's not been long. Now, I feel like Warframe is super wholesome compared to many other communities. Depends on, like, where you are in the community. There's definitely also parts which are super toxic. If I wanted to play a game where stuff just works and I wait for the new Battle Royale or just any other modern shooter. Yeah, true. I haven't played many other games, so it was a new experience. I mean, like, yeah, like, I've been there too. Because, like, honestly, I remember, like, very much, like, getting to know the Warframe community through Twitch or YouTube when I was, like, super new to it. I remember, like, the TennoCons and stuff. Like, that was so cool. Like, when you meet the right people, it can be fantastic. But, you know, like, a community is made up out of, like, a whole bunch of people. And, like, a game doesn't decide its people. Like, people decide the community sort of thing. So, like, this depends who you run into. Let's see. Though PvP does seem to do relatively well in overall community. I mean, a person wants to sue MiHoYo just because the character wasn't up to their expectations. Warframe has constant community arguments. Yeah, well, I think that there's a lot of, like, arrangement in, like, these PvP communities about buff this, nerf that, sort of thing, because, you know, whatever one person likes, it's like, oh, that killed me, that was unfair. But yeah, arguments just like love. Yeah, it will continue to be around always. It's like, you can't please everyone. And, like, I'm super glad we haven't really found that in the channel. I was afraid that, like, there would be this entire, like, wave of people that would be like, oh my god, you're not mini Warframe anymore. It's like, yeah, like, that wasn't the case. Bunch of people left, bunch of people just, you know, stuck around. And it's like sometimes people can get really personal. Like, there can always be this one thing where people are like, oh my god, this is the thing, I never imagined it, you know, yeah. Valorant is very tilting, but I don't know why I played. Probably because they hooked you. Probably because you like you started playing, you had, like, a pretty good match. You're like, oh man, that's pretty cool. If I can get better, I can get even better than that. But then they have this algorithm which kind of, like, pushes you into, like, lower matches or, like, higher, like, more difficult matches, and you're like, oh, maybe if I can get better now, I can get there. But anyway, like, that's something you gotta watch out for. It's always gotta be fun. And, like, I found with friends, it's always fun to play. If you play with friends, it's always fun. Whether you win or lose, it's always fun. If you play solo, make sure that it's always fun. Never play when you're like, oh my god, I fucking hate this shit. So, like, at that point in time, probably quit. But yeah. Well, change to a game can push away different kinds of people and pull other kinds, so they kind of get to choose. They kind of do, but, like, I don't know. Like, I really wonder what the Warframe community is like nowadays, in the sense of when I ever since, like, I've kind of left, sort of thing, like, I really feel like there hasn't really been much that's taken place. Like, from the people that are still there, they're just like, dude, here, hold on, I'll show you. I'll fucking show you. Here. I stopped Genshin after reaching Inazuma. Dear Michel, if you didn't start being a full-time Minecraft streamer, then I'll fucking sue you and your neighbors. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, can you imagine Minecraft streamer? The Minecraft community also feels like a fucking, like, because, like, Minecraft feels like it's gonna be a bunch of children that don't really know how to, like, children can be fucking mean, you know that? Like, children are actually, like, some of the most meanest people in the world, but we just don't notice that, because, like, it's just all kids games. Until, like, some people, like, make an army out of kids and just send it after. Nothing in Warframe has changed, because there hasn't been new content millennia. Yeah, like, that's the thing, it's like, to me, like, if I think back to, like, the Warframe days, like, I remember the community was like, oh man, we were here bore everyone, and, like, now everyone's, like, coming in, like, because you know, we started playing very early on. I started playing Warframe in 2014. So like at the start it was like, wow, what is this like new undiscovered small game? And all of a sudden, like when it became cool, and like you had this thing where like it was just becoming cool. It was like fantastic. But now it's like even the people that are still around in Warframe, which are people that are still, you know, actively involved, it feels like it's just becoming less. So like for instance here, 10 o'clock by Xeno. Xeno is still doing so much in Warframe, but like the podcast literally titled "Feeling the Weight." It's like literally just feeling the weight because like everyone is waiting, and because of that, it feels like a lot of steam has rolled away. And like I know from Xeno, that it's really hard to find people to talk about Warframe because like there's less people that really care. You see it with like the numbers going down, but also something like this. I don't know like how far back this goes. Yeah, like what did they do for? Oh my God, here's one with me. Woo! But yeah, let's see. What did they do for episode? Let's see, 414, 348. There's another one with me. Woo! Where's episode 300? Oh, 300 right here. So like yeah, right here you have episode 300 with like the Bear Jerry 7 hydroxide. That was like a special one, which I did with like they still had like one person on from like the DE team. Now I don't think they even had. What did they do for episode 400? They did a episode with NASA, which was pretty fun. But like if you go to like 10 o'clock 200. You had like one with like the Megan, where like you know, Dee was super excited about it. You have 10 o'clock 100 with like the Rebecca and the Scott. Like you had this thing where like this entire thing was like, "Ooh, this is so cool! You have a podcast with 100 episodes. Let us come on. Let's like, you know, enjoy this." And you see it's got 7,000 views, and now it's got like 50. So like I really feel like a lot in the Warframe community, like people have just cooled down. It just like if people that still enjoy playing the game just enjoy playing the game, but like it's much less about like talking about it or just like sharing about it because it's just the same old. So yeah. Minecraft, it's solely meant to be Terraria. This means war. Once kids start playing games, the game is ruined. It's a meme war. You know, it's bad when they end a Nightwave intermission just to start a What? They did that? They actually did that? Oh my God. Dude, that happened? That shit really happened? Oh my fucking dude, you for real? You for fucking real? Hold on. Hold your fucking horses. Dude, what does that mean? That's the current intermission, dude. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Dude, no way. They ended the intermission to literally start another intermission. Oh my, so what does that mean? So like basically like they have this battle pass where there's like story to it, and then they made an intermission between because they couldn't keep up with like the battle pass content, and now they've like made an intermission after. Oh my God. Dude. Oh my God, I need to do, hold on. I need to do something with this. Hold on. Let me see. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna fucking do this. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. Let me hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me hold on. I need to check this real quickly. All right. Get ready. Okay. I know now how long I need to wait. I just need to prepare something really quickly. Okay. Okay. You know, like I said, I was not gonna be PC anymore. That moment has come today because this is just too funny, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna go fucking go for it, okay? Okay, let's go. Alright, here we go. So, let's get ready, boys. 3, 2, 1. So, I just heard that Warframe ended their Nightwave intermission with another intermission. And I just want to say, so yeah, you know, this is what I feel about that. Okay. It's so dumb. It is so fucking dumb. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself? Oh my god. I miss when this game was super fucking cool and rad, and I super enjoyed it. But like, seriously, you gotta admit, like, this is a fucking meme. Like, come on, dude, you can't be serious. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you fuck up so bad? Like, I don't know, man. This is like almost sad. You were not as wary as you were at embarking the stream. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. They did have one thing. They did, I think, one ephemera that looks out of place on everyone that isn't Octavia. Again, dude, a fucking again. Like, I'm sorry, but like, they added an ephemera that only works on like fucking like Octavia, dude. I'm sorry, but this is a fucking joke. This shit is a fucking joke. This game is a fucking joke. If they come, like, when they come around and they're like, yo, new war, like, but when was the last 10 o'clock? When was the last 10 o'clock? No, 10 Alive. That was like July, wasn't it? That was 2 months ago, over 2 months ago. They announced, they were like super in detail about like the new war and shit. And it's like 2 months later, it's still like, it's not out. Like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry. Like, this comes from a place where, like, I really used to love this game, but it's like, and I still love the parts that were really cool. The Second Dream, I still think is really fun. The New War, I still think was really fun. The Sacrifice, I still think was really fun. All the moments we had in that game were still fucking fun. But, like, recently, it's just been, like, dude, 2 Nightwave intermissions are just a joke. It's like, that's sad. It's like, man, like, that, the ephemera is a copium for players. Like, my god. My fucking god. Like, I really wish Warframe would go back to, like, when it was cool. In the sense of, like, bringing out new content. This is, yeah, like, oh, man, I'm so glad I'm not maining Warframe content anymore. Because, like, the game is, what, like, it was fun. But, like, this right now, this release cycle, it's just frustrating. It's just, like, it kills you inside. Oh, man. Warframe, Nightwave, intermission. Holy fuck. Let's see if I can look this up. Nightwave. Let's see what I can find here. Cred offerings. Reward offerings. Previous series. So we had the Wolf of Southern 6 and we had intermission. Emissary of the intermission. Intermission free. And will last until July 28th, 2021. It's already been longer than that. So it is on intermission 4. It's called Nora's Choice. What? What? They actually trying to sell this as like, no. Nora's Choice. This mini-series, dude. What? Lacks an involved story serving as an interim gap between intermission 4 and series 4. Like, why? Like, come on. Like, at least have the balls to just call it intermission 3-2 or intermission 4. No! Holy shit! Holy fuck! Y'all see that? Y'all see this shit? Okay. This right here is entering like, oh my lord, dangerous fucking teller. No, fuck shit. Dude, y'all reading this shit? I gotta zoom in on this. And oh my lord, this is fucking painful, okay? Dude. First of all, oh fuck, I can't do that. Imagine, okay? Imagine that you have a game where you can't create content for, you know, your battle pass. So what you do is you do intermission, which is fine, which is totally fine. People do that. But then you run out your intermission, you can't keep up with it, which is fine, which is totally fine. But then you're like, you know, fuck, okay, so we have an intermission, but we can't do another intermission. Like, we actually have to do another intermission. So, you know, we kind of have to, like, go and find something to, like, you know, do, you know, this is not really nice for our, you know, for our people that are playing the game right now. It's been kind of our fault, and yeah, we're doing reusing things. Hold on, let's go and use 30 ranks of a special currency because we don't have enough currency in the game. Because look at this, it has 13 ranks using the Norris Choice cred, and the Norris Choice cred, holy shit, is that the same as the one in intermission free? I bet you it isn't. I bet you it fucking isn't, because in intermission free, you had intermission free cred. Imagine being a Warframe fan. Dude, I am a Warframe fan. Like, I am. Like, this is the thing. I am an actual... got my Warframe shit right there, dude. I got, like, my Warframe apparel right there, dude. I got my fucking Excalibur, like, you know, plush right here, dude. I am a Warframe fan. And this is fucking... this shit is just... I'm sorry, but, like, you make a special currency, a special exceptional currency, like a separate new currency that people have to farm for another intermission. Dude, like, I am sorry, but, like, dude, you deserve this. You fucking deserve this. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is one thing which, like, I do want to watch out for, because I know, like, what Ninja said, Toxic Ninja was around, like, I know he said, like, you really like the Warframe community, and like I do too, or like I really did back in the day when I was playing it really a lot. I don't know what it's like today. It feels like everyone's kind of left, which makes me sad, but I'm glad that I've moved on to, like, this community here, because, like, this feels so much better, because, like, we actually have something going on, and this right here is just... it just goes nowhere, and, like, I'm just really sad, and like this is nowhere, in no way, shape, or form. There's no way, shape, or form. If you are playing this game, Warframe, you're really enjoying it, dude, this is in no way, shape, or form against you. This was not really an attack on, like, the developers or anything. This is more just, like, laughing at the entire fucking shit. It's so dumb. It's like, as a Warframe fan, this just fucking hurts. Like, look at this bottle right here. Look at what that says. Dude, I wish this game had grown out to be the biggest fucking game in the world, and I would be proud to say, like, man, I was there in 2014, I'm there now, I fucking love this shit. But instead, like, it's a joke, man. It's a fucking joke. The Warframe community gets backhanded easily by the devs. Yeah, man. So, like, please, do not take this personally. If you still like the game, if you still enjoy playing the game, go for it. Like, seriously, the game is fun. I've played so many fucking hours in it. Like, this is nothing against you. It's just, like, this entire situation is a fucking meme, man. This entire situation is a goddamn meme. Let's see. A theme clip tip? Oh, lord, oh, lord, oh, lord. Yep. The clip is no longer available? Is it not? What happened, Afim? What happened? Let's see. maybe I went a little too raw, but I honestly, I don't care. Right now, I'm just like, dude. But yeah. Do you have the modern ephemera? The devs deserve to be clowned on. I don't want to clown too much in a sense, but like this kind of deserves, man. This is kind of like, yeah. But yeah, Finn, what happened to the clip? You posted the clip is gone. Can't even see it. I can't even see it. Did they get striked or something? It's not there? Yeah, no, it's gone. It just says something went wrong, the clip is no longer available. Let's see. If we go here. Let me take a look. They earned every bit of it with their action. Like, the one thing that I am a bit afraid about sometimes is that, like, people are like, oh man, I thought you were so cool, but now you're just, like, hating on me, and, like, I don't know, man. It's like, I just think it's, I don't know, man. It's fucking sad. It's like, yeah. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Is it because I post a link in chat? No, because if I just click on it, like it just, I don't know, it just doesn't show up. No clue. No clue. No clue. No clue. So yeah, they level up circus frogs from some single iPad, murdering, chatting, non-Genshin players left except from some full great podcast, humorous doppelganger filth community. Oh boy. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. But yeah. Anyway. Anyway. Oh boy. Players won't have to get to where we are. It's just a matter of reaching their breaking point. See, like that's something that I'd like. Like, I'd like to always people be ahead of, because, like, basically we were too invested in the game, I think. Like, it got to a point where we actually, like, started, like, disliking the game, sort of thing. Or, I think, like, because I think the thing is that, like, I'm actually wondering, like, obviously I did that for the meme. I did that shit for the meme, because, you know, fuck it. But, like, do I really mean it? It's like, I don't know. Part of me thinks it is fucking funny that people are, like, that they just have to do another intermission after another intermission, and that they have a special currency for that. Like, that's just sad. Like, Warframe back in the day used to be like, you had all these resources, but like there were only a limited amount of resources, and they just went on everything. And now it's like every single thing has got to have a new resource or a new credit system, and I hate that. But that said, it's like, basically, if you're just casually looking at Warframe, it's like, you know, a game that you just play and then you, like, you know, move on. It's like, honestly, like, I honestly don't really care all that much. I just thought it would be a funny meme. So, like, that literally was for the meme. It's like, and yeah, it's like, honestly, excuse me. Yeah. Part of me laughs, part of me cries, sort of thing. Well, it's so bad that we got a 3-week-long Plague Star event to give players copium, yeah. But, like, the thing is, like, do you really want to, like, have that, you know? Do you really need that? Because, like, the thing is that, like, I really would like to, like, I just want to go play games which I think are fun, and the moment that a game just, like, kind of stops being fun, I'll just move on to something else. And that's the thing with Warframe, it's like, I remember the fun times, and you look at it now, it's like, nah. But yeah. So I could attempt clipping it again, but perhaps it'd be best to stream from that. Nah, I don't really care. It's like, it's a meme, but I don't know, like, mayhaps it wasn't the best. Like, the thing is, like, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, like, I'm not all that much. It would have been funny if that happened like 2 years ago when it sucks too. So this is how the ban happens. Nah, it's not. It's fucking not. All I want to see now is how to play scrounges up copium to keep themselves positive. I mean, like, the thing is, like, if people keep themselves positive, that's fine. But, like, I've had so many people that are just, like, that were just, like, trying to say, like, oh, you can never criticize this game, and then 2 years later, they just turn around like, oh, man, I fucking hate this game. It's like, I never want to get there. And I really hope that if people are, like, if you're playing this game and you're liking it, go for it. Go fucking for it. Don't get to that point where you're, like, you're over-defending it. Like, don't identify yourself with something, I would say. Like, you have that with people that, like, for instance, whenever Apple does something which is, like did Apple, like, releases iPhones which are just, like, sometimes so user unfriendly, and then people complain about, like, this stuff you're buying is, like, literally not, like, it's not nice to you. Like, you can't replay, like you can't repair your phone. Like the entire thing is built so, like, you buy a $1,000 phone and, like, you don't even get a charger, you don't even get earphones, you get nothing almost. But, like, the people that complain about it aren't the people that own these phones or want to buy these phones. It's people that don't have those phones that complain about it, say, like, this is ridiculous, how dare you. And the people that actually own these phones that are actually being screwed by the company, they're actually, like, defending this shit. And it's like, it's such an identity thing where, like, because you're so close, like, you're so closely tied to, like, your I own this phone, and like that's why my identity is so closely tied to it. And like, so if you attack this, then you attack me. Like you have that with people in the cars. If people like you have the people in like the Tesla camp, you have the people in like the big truck, you know, diesel camp. It's like if you attack anyone's truck or anyone's Tesla, then they'll be like, oh, you're touching me, oh, how dare you. And like that's the thing. It's kind of like, if you get to that with, like, you have that with games, you have that with Destiny, you have that with Warframe, you have that with Apex, you have that with so many games where people like so strongly identify themselves with. It's like, watch out, dude. Like, this game is not you. Don't let it become you, because it won't always be you. Maybe for a long time it will like align with your values, but at a certain point in time it will do something which won't align with your values, and that's it. Like, that's also like, don't identify yourself with me, in the sense of like, don't let me become an extension of you. I'm not gonna be like you. I'm like that. I'm like you, that I'm just like a regular kid, sort of thing, you know? But I'm not like you, that like I'm not an exact copy of you. You're unique. You're you. I'm me. Which means that like we're gonna be different, and there are gonna be times in which like we're much gonna overlap, and there are gonna be times where we're much just gonna like, you know, differ. And I think that is important for people to realize. It's like, just make sure that you don't like overly attach yourself to something. And that's something which like whenever I see people like, if they have to like try and like find something to actually just like, oh, I gotta say positive about this game because it's always gonna be fun. No, you know, it's alright to be negative about a game, and it's alright to be like positive about a game. So like I'm not like I hate Warframe front. I'm also not, I love Warframe front. I'm kind of like in the front that probably I don't really care all that much anymore. I used to care, and like that kind of makes me sad. So whenever I see shit like this, I do think it's kind of a funny meme. Where like, oh my god, dude, how bad can the situation get? I would love to see New War come out, but like if New War is gonna involve railjack and shit, like will I really care? It's like I kind of like, the only thing that makes me want to come back to Warframe might be the New War, but at the same time, if I look at that, I'm kind of thinking like, do I really? Will that really be like, because like I'm kind of looking at like the thing that I'm looking for with Warframe is, I want to see more of the Stoker. Like, what was his story after like the Second Dream? I want to see us take down Lotus, because Lotus has been like chasing us for like far too long. And yeah, like that's kind of it. Beyond that, I don't really care, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the New War trailer? No, I've not. I saw the New War trailer in 2018. It's in our life. After that, I'm like, I'll just only look at this when it comes out. It's ironic that tribal mentality is one of human behaviors that allow us to survive in prehistoric times, and now it's one of the most toxic and hateful traits in today's society. I think it depends on like how it comes down to it. I think it's the same thing where, you know, the competitiveness is see, like, competitiveness in a sense is really good. I think competitiveness is like a really core fundamental thing which everyone should have. Like trying to like strive yourself to be better, trying to be better than others is like a good thing. But as you see with like a competitive game like Apex, it can become really toxic. Or like just look at Xbox Live servers with like Call of Duty or shit. It's like people will get like insanely like overly using expletives and stuff like that, because it's like it's channeled in the wrong way. And like but like it's tribe mentality and competitiveness are like two things which are often described to like being toxic, but used to be very like it used to be very good. Like being competitive allowed people in the past to like, or and still today, to overcome things and survive. But what you find right now is like the competitiveness that you see with like something like Apex, or you see with PvP games, like which I've discussed, where because you don't have that human element where like you can also collaborate at the same time, you like it really becomes this like really isolated thing which can turn into something really bad. And you see the same thing with tribal mentality. If you have this thing where like you're all rallying behind something, if that's in a small real like IRL scale, basically what you'll find is that like it keeps it sane. Because like you have this thing where like if someone goes too far, people are like, yo, hey, chill. If you have this thing where it's like, hey, you know, we're all rallying behind this thing, let's go for it, woo, everyone support our cause. And you know, if there's this one thing where you're like, you know, you really push forward like this one group idea, most of the time, like if you're just speaking without like a microphone or anything, or like without any technological connections, like you're not going to reach much further than like, I don't know, 50 or 100 people. So like you're gonna have like different groups within like a tribe, like your tribe mentality, it's still gonna be split up, or you're gonna like have something around there. However, what you find right now is like you have this tribal mentality where like it centers around things which are unobtainable for people. So like tribal mentality around like Warframe, tribal mentality around Apex, tribal mentality around like Elon Musk, tribal mentality around like Tesla or something. It's like you're here like, oh man, I'm supporting the cause, I'm fighting for my for this thing I believe in, and this thing just doesn't give a crap. It doesn't even know you exist. So because of that, like there was such a distance between like the tribe and like the tribal mentality, like that you don't have this thing where, first of all, like a lot of people that are like that are isolated from each other. So they talk to each other in forums, but you don't really have this thing where it's like you're actually in a group setting, in a normal group setting. But you also just have regular people around that are just like, yo, dude, chill. It's like you don't really have to, so you don't have that control, and you also don't have this thing where it's like, hey, you know, I actually see this thing or this person that I'm like supporting, and I can see its flaws. It's like that's something which like I'm always rather scared of as well when it comes to like Twitch and stuff. It's like I've had times where like I've had people like kind of like idolize me, and then when I turn around to be like, yo, like, I mean, like just a moment ago, like, you know, the meme we did, like, I think it was fun, but at the same time, I'm also like kind of afraid that people are like, oh man, like, oh, so you're hating on Warframe? Oh, so you're a hater? Oh, you're trying to be edgy and shit? Oh, fuck you, I thought I knew you, but now you're fucking garbage. It's like, yeah, it's like I've had moments like that where people just like absolutely were like, you just say a very simple thing and they're just like, oh, I've lost all respect for you, you're horrible, and sort of thing. It's because people just built this picture, this ideal picture of like who Elon Musk is, or who like what Apple stands for, or what like this fucking game stands for, and then just like idolize in their head, and they just like go to war for it, and they think everything is out to get them, and everything's out to get this one thing, and they gotta defend it, because then if they defend it, then like, ooh, they'll be the hero of it. It's like, it's kind of fucking sad, and it's just like amplified by this thing that becomes like so far away and so like artificial, and you don't have these like normal societal controls that you used to have. I don't believe competitiveness to be toxic, but all tribal mentality is toxic in today's society. I think that like a lot of the like I think people trying to ascribe toxicity to toxicity to competitiveness, and I think there can be a part of it. I don't agree with it, but I do think that there can be a part of the truth in there, because like I have seen, like in my swimming days, I've seen people that were like, if they didn't swim fast enough, they would be like their parents would be around to just like smack them across like the pool. They'd just be like, you know, they'd be hit because they weren't fast enough. They weren't paid attention to because they weren't fast enough. You'd have like, you know, you have it with Apex, or like you have it with like PvP games in general, where people can get like super fucking mad at other people, call them all sorts of names by the book, which like sometimes it's understandable, but like it's not nice, and like it can leave people feeling like really like shit, or at least that's what they say. And that's something where like that just comes from because it's being amplified in a way where you don't have that control. So yeah. The video says, for me it's something I love, but now I'll stick around for the lore when it continues 12 years from now. Yeah, it just takes way too long. Well, they say it's coming out this fall. Very bold of them to give themselves a 3-month window to release it. So yeah. A theme with a trashy mode. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah. That is something which like I do think is important. Like I think the control is very important. And I think it's like it's really hard to do that online, sort of thing. Like I really fucking hope that, first of all, I'm not gonna be like an inspirational figure to you, sort of thing. I really hope that I'm not an idol you're looking up to. I hope I'm just a streamer to you, because like that's what I am, or just a YouTuber to you. Where like, you know, I make videos or streams that you like, but don't like idolize me to like some insane degree that you'll be like, oh man, I'll go to war for you in the forums. Like, fuck that. Who cares about forums even? But at the same time, I really think it's important that like we're all recognizing each other as individuals here, and like I really hope that As I always try to do in chat and sort of thing, if someone like kind of like goes across a certain line where I'm like, hey, you know, watch out, you know, if someone comes around and just like starts like, oh man, okay guys, it was fun, I'm gonna start streaming now, like that's something which is pretty much not done on Twitch. Like if you just like sort of like you're just going to other people's chats like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming now. Some people instant ban you for that, but like I'm just like I really want to give people the benefit of the doubt now. I really want to tell them before it gets to a point where I will be mad at them. I just want to tell them like, hey man, like watch out, like as far as I can tell, this is probably not going very well, so you know, be aware. Like I really hope they like I can count on you guys too. So like whenever there's a point in time where you're like, hey, you know, you're getting dangerously like you're getting to a point which I don't like. Like, maybe you're playing too much Apex. Maybe you're doing too much just chatting. Maybe the thing that you're talking about isn't interesting to me. Maybe the thing that, like, the way you approach this thing wasn't fun. Maybe the way that you, like, go about this, like, isn't something that I think is good, and, like, I really hate it. Just, like, let me know. If I'll do something with it, I don't know. Because, like, I'm not, like, your servant that will obey your every command, but at the same time, it is nice to have that, you know, context. So, I'll grant your wish for 5 yen. Oh boy, but yeah, like that's something which like I hope I can count on with you guys, and I hope like I hope you guys will like also accept if I do it. Be like, yo, hey, you know, that goes a little too far. Hold your horses. But yeah, that's just you know what it is. Man, oh man, oh man. The 30-minute long one. What's the 30? Well, what was that? Have you seen the 30-minute long new war trailer? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, like that's something which like I feel like really happened with Warframe, where like Warframe had this thing. I don't know. It's like people don't listen to it. Like you don't feel like there is this thing where it's like, hey, you know, it feels to us like we're going the wrong way. Talk to us. But yeah, I think conversation is always important. Anyway, how did we get to this? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We started streaming big anime titties, and then we ended up with like talking Nightwave and laughing at Warframe and just being like this. Jeez! Oh man, oh man, oh man! What we do now? What we do now? What are we gonna do? We're wizards too. How are we wizards? What are we wizards? What are we wizards? Also, nah, just leave it. I was just thinking about. You know this thing where people are like, oh man, streaming, like how streaming like has now big anime titties. Yeah, dude, I was in the disappointment of my life, dude. So like, here, okay. Villager came around today. I was like, holy shit, this actually works. Holy fuck. Okay, wait, there's a big anime titties Reddit. So like we searched for big anime titties and nothing came up. There's a big oh my god. Okay, this is shit I can't show. Wow. Oh, it was anime. Wow. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so apparently the big anime titty subreddit. Trust me, I've never been on this. Like literally, dude, I did like it's literally just a list of like other fucking like anime woke. But what the fuck? Of course, but like it's not just a subreddit. It's like an entire subreddit with like entire categories for like literally like your every single classification of like big anime titties. You like what the shit, dude? How far? Like how is there such an extensive library about this? But when it comes to like you know, I don't know, like useful shit. Here's a great little comic I saw years ago, and oh, put it in Discord. Put it in Discord. I've disabled links because like I don't want people to like accidentally click wrong links. Post in Discord. I'll open it via Discord. But yeah, we were looking for big anime titties, and like the results we got were absolutely ridiculous. Nothing. It was like, oh yeah, this is so cool. Oh, and it was like an entire site. But yeah, comers are who the fuck are should I know that term? Don't tell me I should fucking know that term. Jesus Christ. It's like that one time you guys were like using that abbreviation for something and I was like, I don't fucking know what it means. When Defson was like, oh yeah, sus, you know what it means? I was like, no, I don't fucking know what it means. What does it mean? It's like, I didn't know. So posted in the lib, hell yeah. Alright. There we go. You're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. Oh, it's not like a slideshow. The oatmeal. Regular version contains profanity. Classroom-friendly version, no foul language. We're just gonna continue on with the regular version. I love. I'm going to tell you some things. You're not going to believe these things I'll tell you. Holy shit! Where do we go? What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me? And that's okay. It's okay if you don't believe the things I'm gonna tell you. Okay. You have good reason not to. Ooh. But I need you to keep listening, regardless of what you believe. I don't care if you're liberal, conservative, or somewhere in between. I don't care if you're a cat person or a dog person or a tarantula person. Wait, Retro and Tyrannus should voice act. Where are Retro and Tyrannus when you need them? Probably at work. Probably at work. But yeah, here we go. Morning person or a night owl. iPhone or Android. Coke or Pepsi. Ferrari or Porsche. Or fuck, what are these other ones? BlackBerry or Nokia. I don't care. All I care about is that you read this to the end. Sounds good? Then let's begin. You may have heard that George Washington had wooden teeth. I put the fur in First Amendment. He almost lost his teeth in his 20s and had a set of dentures made out of wood. It was a disturbing visual. The founding father, commander-in-chief, and first president of the United States clacking away through a ham sandwich. Would you like a bite? Except it isn't true. I had never heard about it, so like, okay. In 2005, the National Museum of Dentistry in Baltimore, laser scans were performed on Washington's 200-year-old dentures and found them to be made of gold, lead, hippopotamus ivory, wow, horse, and donkey teeth. How the fuck do you... Okay, so why don't you stick with one? Like, why do you have like all sorts of different things and also just have animal teeth inside? That's interesting. His mouth was a petting zoo of nightmares. Dude, like, that's one thing I am so glad about, that, like, I am living in this day and age, because, like, dental healthcare, it's, like, I can imagine, like, hundreds of years ago, it was just horrible, and, like, oh my god. That's way cooler than wood. I know, but still, it is, like, what a collection it is. I mean, wooden teeth just sounds like you get splinters everywhere. But anyway, you do have sources. That's pretty cool. What do these sources lead to? News... .org, that's alright. And history, okay. Upon learning this information, I want to ask you something. How did you feel when this new fact about George Washington's teeth? I stated the thing, I provided evidence for the things, and presumably you now believe that the thing I stated. Presumably your belief in the composition of George Washington's teeth has changed with little to no friction. Presumably next time you're at a party and George Washington's teeth come up in conversation, you're going to proudly impart this newfound knowledge to your fellow partygoers. Yes? Terrific, let's continue. What if I told you that George Washington had another set of false teeth? What if I told you that this other set wasn't made from wood, ivory, or any of the aforementioned materials? What if I told you that it was made from the teeth of slaves? Sources? That's a news article. That is a education site. And that right there is a... I don't know what kind of site it is. Now let's try it again. How did you learn this fact about George Washington? And any more of that friction I mentioned earlier? Before we go any further, allow me to reiterate: I'm not here to convince you that George Washington was a bad person. I could go through all my well-cited sources and cherry-pick arguments that either deify or demonize George Washington. See, no one is perfect, so that's why I say you don't fucking idolize someone. No one is going to be up to your standards. No one's going to be like the perfect person you imagine them to be. I'm not going to be like, I'm probably not the person you have in your head of me, because like you only see a small limited part of me. You don't see me all the time. You don't see me when I'm at my best. You most of the time see me somewhat at my best, but you don't see me at my worst, that's for sure. I could paint a portrait of a monster. I could accelerate a Patreon. But as I said before, I don't care. It's not the point. The point is to give you an emotional barometer of how you feel when presented with new ideas. Because you may have noticed that the first fact about George Steve was rather easy to accept. I would even wager that when I told you the first fact, you accepted it without question. Oh my god, how gosh, darn interesting. But when I told you the second fact, you immediately checked my sources, and now you are furiously composing an informed yet incendiary retort, which you will boldly deliver to me in the form of a sour, blustering Facebook comment. Fuck your whole worldview, right in the bum pipes! See, that's why you should always check sources in, like, every single situation. Or never check sources in any situation. Just, like, decide what you want to do. That's okay, that's all part of it. Let's try a few more. Napoleon Bonaparte was not short. He was actually 5'7", which is taller than the average Frenchman of the time. He must be this tall to conquer Europe. I mean, that's still small, kind of, compared to, like, right, like, these days. There's a book right here. That's right here. Is news. Okay. Thomas Crapper didn't infect the flesh toad, nor did the word crap come about because of his name. That's so sad! Dude, like, if your name was Crapper and then, like, it actually comes out of your name, like, that's pretty cool. Give time. I'm actually gonna believe this person with the sources, because, like, it seems like he's, well, yeah. Houseflies live for about a month, not 24 hours. Life is short. Falls. Well, like, we just learned, like, wasn't it, like, 1 or 2 weeks ago when someone came around and told us about, like, this one, like, thing, like, one insect that just lives for, like, 5 minutes or something? Like, that's absolutely insane. Humans don't explode in a vacuum, nor do we bolt. We just pass out from a lack of oxygen, and then we die. Oh, wow. The three emotional phases of being blown out of an airlock. Shock, more shock. Oh, God, still in shock. How did they test this? How did they test this? They just threw a human out to just, like, test it? Again, as you read these facts, just take stock of how you feel. I'm guessing you softened to the last few fairly easy, then try a few more, and then we're done. There is zero evidence that Jesus Christ was born on December 25th. That's cool. I don't mind that you forgot my birthday for the past 2,000 years. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, like, if the... Yeah, that's whatever, right? The Pledge of Allegiance was written by a socialist. 6 of the 7 judges who voted in favor of Roe vs. Wade were Republican appointed. See, like, this is really fun because I'm not American, so I really don't give a fuck. How did those feel? Depending on your beliefs, I'm guessing you, it may have put some of you about here. At the very least, you can see that it felt different to hear that statement compared to the ones about Napoleon or houseflies. Yes, but why? Why? Because why do we easily soften to some of those ideas but not to other? Why do we gnash our teeth at 1% with evidence counter to our belief? Why do we not only ignore this evidence but dig our heels in deeper and believe more strongly in the opposing argument? Why do... I actually want to comment about this in a second, but yeah. Why would providing more evidence make someone less likely to believe in an idea? Actually, that's a good one. It seems backwards and batshit fucking bonkers crazy to me. It turns out that batshit fucking bonkers has a name in the world of neuroscience. It's called the backfire effect. It's a well-documented psychological behavior. I think I wanted to talk about this, but yeah, we'll see. A few years ago, at the University of Southern California's Brain and Creativity Institute, a study was conducted where participants were placed into an MRI machine. Once inside, they were presented with counter-arguments to strongly held political beliefs. A few examples: laws restricting gun ownership should be made more restrictive. Gay marriage should not be legalized. As participants were read these counter-arguments, various parts of their brains were scanned for activity. What the study revealed was that the same part of the brain that responds to a physical threat actually responds to an intellectual one. Curious? This item reported to the amygdala, of course, and it's the emotional core of your mind. Unfortunately, that makes us biologically wired to react to threatening information the same way we react to being attacked by a predator. From an evolutionary standpoint, it makes sense. If you were a caveman and another caveman threw a boulder at your head, you wouldn't react by logically debating the pros and cons of getting brained. Frank jealous of Jeff's nice cave. Frank killed Jeff and take cave. Now Frank, I think objectivity is the key here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Core beliefs are the beliefs which people cherish the most deeply. They usually develop from childhood and are compounded by life experience. Core beliefs are inflexible, rigid, and incredibly sensitive to being challenged. A belief, I hate all this. A core belief, God created velociraptors. When I told you George Washington's dentures were made out of animal bones, it probably didn't ruffle that many feathers. But when I suggested they were made from slave teeth, I'm guessing it caused strife with some of you. There are some obvious cultural reasons for this. Slavery is a sensitive hot-button issue, but there are also biological reasons as well. The amygdala of your brain is screaming, battle stations! Have no fear! I will kill it with my swords! But some of you may have held a worldview that George Washington was a patriot and a hero. By presenting negative information about him, it challenged that worldview. Your brain loves consistency. It builds a worldview like we build a house. Absolutely. Watch out with that. It has a foundation and a frame, and windows and doors, and it knows exactly how everything fits together. Like, this is something that I really like fucking imagine when someone is like, yo, you just said like a joke that wasn't funny. Your entire shit, like this one thing knocks and everything falls down. That's something which, like, on the one hand, I've kind of learned to deal with. On the other hand, when I've like dealt with it, in a sense, like, it wasn't fun. Especially like I've had it, like, I haven't had it that much when it comes to like real friends, like people that I know like for a long time that I know personally. Like, I've never had that with. But people that, like, especially that like I've met online, whether it may be streamers or like very valued members of this community, like past past members of the community, like they've actually moved on. Logically, because they had this falling out, but like whenever they come around, they're just like, yeah, there's one thing you said, and they never really take it like to like they never like examine it. one thing which like I kind of find sad is like a lot of people don't really approach things with like an open mind sort of thing. It's not like, hey, you know, you said something that was kind of out of place. Why did you say that? What were your reasons behind it? Like, why did you do that? And like, did you mean that? They already come across as like the way that like you like it came across to me that you wanted, that you intend that. Like, they never do that, and it's really sad because like I've had like quite a bunch of people where would just like had to like never see again or never speak with again because like they were just like, oh fuck you. It's like it's so sad. It's like seriously, it's like it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. If a new piece is introduced and it doesn't fit, the whole house falls apart. That's exactly it. Your brain protects you by rejecting that piece. Well, for some people that just want to like concepts of this, like then it builds a fence and a moat and refuse to let any visitors in. Actually, like this fucking thing is like me and friends, but that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other fucking topic. We'll talk about it at some point, maybe not. Actually, no, maybe not. We'll see. That's why you have the backfire effect. It's a biological way of protecting a worldview. Just remember that your worldview isn't a perfect house that was built to last forever. It's a cheap condo, and over time, most of it will turn to shit. So what do we do about this? Some will probably have been nodding along in agreement, waiting for me to deliver a series of clever combative ways to offset the backfire effect. The disappointing truth is that I don't have much advice to give you. I don't even have a way to change the behavior of 7.5 billion people carrying their reliefs around like precious gems wrapped around in hand grenades. Sure, there are ways of changing people's minds that are more effective than others, but ultimately they all fall short. This is compounded by the internet, where anything that can be cited as a source and every disagreement degrades into a room full of orangutans throwing feces at each other. The best thing I can do is make you aware of it so you can identify the backfire effect in your own brain, which isn't easy. The mind can't separate the emotional cortex from the logical one, and one could argue that this emotional underbelly is what makes us human, but I would argue that's also what makes us animals. I sometimes pretend that my glass, my brain is my pinky toe. When a core belief is challenged, I imagine it yelling insane things at me. I let it yell. I let it have its moments. I let the emotional cortex fire its little light. And then I listen. And then I change. Because the universe of ours is so achingly beautiful and we're all in it together, we're all going in some direction. I'm not here to take control of the wheel, or to tell you what to believe. I'm here to tell you that it's okay to stop, to listen, to change. And that's it. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And like there's definitely like some really, really important things in there. Like one thing, there's one thing here right now where like please tell me like if you're just like, dude, stop talking about this because like I don't want to hear about it, because like seriously, like dude, I've been like, I'm tired of it too. But like this corona situation right now, we're entering a really interesting stage where like honestly, like I feel like there's one of these things going on, or like the way that I would describe it is like, let's say like, you know, you're pushing against someone, right? Let's say like you're pushing like this, eh? Like one side is pushing, like let's imagine it's someone else, and like this is you, right? If you're gonna continue pushing, you're gonna be pushing the entire fucking time. But like if you just let go, you see what happens? You see what the fuck happened there? Like, you know, I pushed, I let go, I stopped pushing. Like this arm stopped pushing because like there's nothing to push against. And like a lot of times, like having this thing where you're just gonna like start pushing against each other and like keep that up, it's just going to create more friction instead of like just letting go, let it push up, and then be like, okay, let's talk about this. And like when it comes to like corona and stuff, it's like it's a very hot button thing for like everyone, because like it's been something that's been so much in our lives that like, and it's also so much affecting other people. So like I think that the problem with corona is, first of all, it impacts us everywhere. Second of all, it isolates us because like you're not supposed to see that many people. You can't see that many people, so like you're really like brought back to yourself and really brought back to like the internet, and like, you know, you don't have that many people to speak with. And thirdly, you have this thing where even if you are the most responsible person on the planet, you don't see anyone. If you just happen to see someone who isn't, you can get it, and you can get all the negative side effects of it, because like someone else fucked up. So you have this thing where it's like it impacts everyone massively. It isolates us, so we can't really have that control check. And thirdly, we have this thing where like we can't have the control check and like dehumanizes the other people around you. And thirdly, you have this thing where like it's like your success, your health and stuff, it's not dependent on you. So because of that, you have this thing where everyone is like super like anxious to like have everyone be on the same team as them, whether that may be on like be on team Fax, or be on team like Lockdown, or be on team like get the fuck out of here, like let's party, let's be on team like I don't fucking care what this is. It's nothing. That like you get this thing where like people really have this like group mentality, this tribal mentality about it, which like from like if you look at like the reasons where that comes from, it makes a lot of sense. But it's not very good. And like this is something where like I really find this, I find this really like weird to see. For instance, like I can okay, so like the things which I personally don't like, okay, so like the way that I personally view it right now, right, is like I've gotten vaccinated. I think it makes sense because first of all, like I have never really had any reasons to not trust vaccinations personally. I've always gotten my shots when I was a kid. I never really thought much of it. I got a little toy or like a little piece of candy afterwards. Didn't really get a toy or piece of candy after this, so like that kind of made me sad. But other than that, I didn't really care all that much because I believe that like the systems we have in place are there to keep us safe and healthy. And even if there would be risks to it, which there are in a sense, I still believe that the risks of a vaccine are a lot less than like the risks of the virus. But that's what I believe. That's where I come from. So at the same time, like, do I believe I'm fully protected now? I don't really think so. But it's like I'm conflicted because on the one hand I'm like I really want to go out. I really want to go out to conventions again. I really want to go out and see people again. At the same time, I also just really like to kind of like, you know, be inside whenever I find that like people have been partying and then like the entire party has been like infected and people are like having bad symptoms. So like, dude, am I glad that I've been here? So like I don't really know what the correct way forward is. I don't really know where we should go. I would love for everything to return back to normal again. But at the same time, I'm also not really keen on getting sick. However, like right now, like what you find is that like a lot of people are like pushing for this thing where it's like, okay, so everyone's gonna get vaccinated because then you're protected. And like we're kind of like forcing people to get vaccinated. Like I know several countries have come around and they've done this thing where they're like, the voluntary time is over. And like when you hear that, dude, like that's kind of scary to me. It's like the voluntary time is over means like there was never a voluntary time basically to begin with. And it's like I don't really get it because on the one hand it's like, so if everyone is like vaccinated, so like, if you're vaccinated you're protected, but if you're not if there's one person that's not vaccinated, you're not protected. So basically you're only protected if everyone is, I guess. But like it's so weird where I'm kind of like, I don't really like this like forcing people to do things, because I think that if people don't do things, it's not necessarily out of like, oh, it's not because someone is forcing me to do something. It's pretty much just because like they probably have another belief than you. They probably believe something else. They probably have their reasons for like why they do something. And like I would rather like assume incompetence over like malice. So maybe it's something that they don't know. Maybe it's something that I don't know. So it's like because like you could take a look at me and be like, wow, you're incompetent. Like you just think that there's no real risks to it. Maybe you haven't read these papers. Maybe you haven't read this thing where like, you know, it's like, yeah, I haven't. And maybe like there is some reason why people don't want to take something into their body. And like if you're just gonna tell them like you have to, you're not gonna like have them comply. You're not gonna you're just gonna be pushing against them. You're not trying to understand them. And I think that is something when it comes to like, you're seeing this with Corona right now, is like you have this fucking big push where it's like it's not gonna work. I don't think that's gonna like get to something good. And like I don't get it. Forcing people to do things backfires because people will naturally instinctively push back against this thing. Yeah, like I don't get why you're not like going forward and being like, hey, why? And also like my question is, why do we need everyone? It's like, is that really a requirement? Because if that's really a requirement, then why are we opening up right now? Because then we're not safe. But probably we are not safe because probably there is not an entire 100% guarantee for safeness, because you can't have that because that's unscientific. Like, there's not a 100% guarantee that everyone will be saved. Now, just as there's probably not a 100% guarantee that this virus will be wiped out. But then, like, the question is, like, okay, so, like, what are we gonna do then? And, like, that's one thing which I do find is that, like, a lot of times, people, like, it seems as though, like, the traditional sense of, like, media and speaking to people is, like, trying to make things simple. And trying to make things like we understand things. Like, I really would love for people to just come around and just, like, make it nuanced. make it like as it is. Be like, yo, hey, we don't know. We really don't know. Maybe, like, yeah, like on the one hand, like this thing protects you, but if not everyone takes it, then we're not all protected. But at the same time, you know, if you have it, like, there is a decreased chance of like you getting it seriously. So if we open up everything now, like, we're probably a bunch of people will like die because it will spread. And like if you get it, like there's a chance you'll die or something, or like just be upfront with me. And like we don't really know what the best alternative, what the best path is. Like we know that we can't do this forever, but yeah, it's like they always want to be like, oh, this is the way it is, and you have that with everything. It's like the fact when like games come out, or like you have that with like games as well, where like, oh yeah, this is the way it is. Oh, this is gonna be better. When they come out with like a seer character in the game, it's like, or like, no, yeah, Apex comes out with like, yeah, we're removing tap strafing because tap strafing is bad and we're gonna remove it. And then later on, like, yeah, after having listened to the community, we've decided to like wait with it. It's like, no, just why don't you just come forward with it? Like, yeah, you know, we're thinking about this, and just give people the considerations. Talk to them like adults. Don't talk to them like children. But yeah, the more you push, the more you dug in people. You dug in people, which makes it harder for changing people's minds, and then getting them to do things voluntarily. Yeah, and like I'm also like, who are you to like tell me this, right? So like it's kind of weird because like, to me like there are certain rules that like I'm like they've always been around, but when it comes to like other things, I'm like, yo, dude, like what the fuck, like who the hell are you to tell me this? So yeah, like I don't know, man. It's weird, and like the really weird thing is that I feel like a lot of this has come with like the internet, because like we never used to have this shit. Like to us, politics is boring. Like I've never really gotten why like politics was like such a big thing in some certain countries. I've never really gotten it why it was like, actually like that's an interesting. Almost all of the battle stage for Apex comes before competitive play. Comes from competitive play. You don't watch much ALGS, do you? No, I don't watch any Apex content. The only content that I've seen, only Apex content that I've seen was like a guy with a high-pitched voice that says, "And I'm your champion." That's what he says, and he plays with like voice actors. That's the only Apex content I've seen, apart from like Mogamu and Rio playing Apex. But other than that, like nothing. I don't watch any, really. I've kind of like stopped watching gaming content all that much, because like it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like I enjoy streaming, but at the same time, like I barely watch any streams, because basically like if I have the time to watch a stream, I'd rather stream myself. And yeah, like I don't know, like the weird thing is like I still more associate with YouTube as a platform, but at the same time I've streamed so many more hours on Twitch. There's so many more Twitch content of me out there, but I still associate with YouTube more, because that's just like, oh, I enjoy doing that. And like the thing with Twitch is like I've never ever looked at Twitch and like, let me try and like do what other Twitch streamers are doing. Let me try and like favor the Twitch algorithm, because it's like I don't give a fuck. I just want to do my thing. Like I've really enjoyed the interaction on this, and the only way that I feel like a Twitch interaction can be genuine is like if it's me and I'm trying my thing. So yeah, I recommend watching ALGS so you can see some top strats in the game. It's almost impossible to adopt any of it, but it's super interesting to see what top players are doing. I've actually been wondering about like what kind of strats there can be for like rank play, because right now like the only real strat I know about, it's kind of like Reftane, but then like what do you combine Reftane with? So Revenant Octane, like I've been wondering, like, do you combine that with a Bloodhound so you can like track easier? Or do you combine that with a Lifeline so you can like put a Lifeline drone next to the totem so you can like really quickly like regen on health? Do you combine that with, I mean, you could use a Pathfinder who can like swipe around fast. So you can, like what do you combine that best with? And like what are other combinations which are really good? And like I don't really know yet. So yeah, like actually I am kind of interested to see some strats. But yeah. This kind of thing has always happened. The internet has just made it more visible and easier for kinds of people to congregate. The internet didn't make it happen, it just made it easier to happen. Before you end the stream, maybe we can watch some ALGS highlights together? Do you think I can watch it on stream? Because like that's something like how much like do they copy strike that shit, right? Like that's something I'm Let me see. ALG is highlights. Oh, these are just my highlights channels. Alright, so this seems to be just like a highlight channel. So submit your clips here. Let me see what it says when I submit clips. Outro song, free to download. So this right here just seems... I'm looking at one right now. This right here seems like it's something which is fine. If you have a funny clip, paste the Twitch... So I can't entirely guarantee the authenticity of it. But it seems like this is just streamers clips. It seems like it's submitted here. It seems like the music is copyright free. So what I'll do here is... can I do something here? Here, hold on. I'll go and make sure that we're not gonna be flagged for copyright protection. I learned it from Linus Tech Tips. It works, trust me. I hope. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Alright, let's go back to this one. So yeah, there you go. That should kind of you know, fuck with it, I guess. Alright, let's watch it. Let's watch it.
You can get a rotation.
Alright, here we go.
You got that, Hal. You got that. Kill them. Kill them. No.
Let's see, what do they have? Gibby, Octane, and Bloodhound, and they got someone down right there. 2 people there. Oh, there's also a squad inside there.
Peek him. Make sure they don't take my roof. Make sure they don't take my roof. I'm on your roof with you. I'm on your roof with you.
Oh my god. 3 people on roof.
I'm crossing over above Jordan. No, over here. Shoot right here. Shoot right here. Valk, they're ulti. Shoot the Valk. Got him.
How did he shoot for that bubble?
Kill them.
How did he shoot for that Gibby bubble?
Over here. Bubble here. Bubble down over here. Come to me, bubble. I don't have bubble. I'm dead to fucking Jimmy.
God damn, this shit is...
I'm shitting on them. It's one more.
What the fuck, dude? That shit, this should be kind of like... This should be kind of lucky, though. This is fucking lucky shit. Hold on, actually I should switch to this thing right here. Hold on, let's switch to here. Here we go. And so this is so too why we converse and tease the minds and worlds, but it brutal bastion where butchery beckons dull attention. When then our intentions and false word. What then our intentions and false worth. And when they are ever worth. All in all, do farewell. I hope to find you once more in the least of possibilities, but the most what I can make. Farewell. See you around, Fim. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you around soon again. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Let's just do this thing here. All right. TSM was the most dominant team in ALGS.
Fucking shit on them.
Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same again.
No, over here.
Wait, are they in the same location, but this is a different one? Wait, and they're still using Octane. Okay, so they actually have a strat with Octane, Rev, Octane, Blood, and Gibby. Oh no, this was just another site.
Bubble down over here. Come to me, bubble. Follow me, bubble. I'm dead to fucking Jimmy ults. Except you guys. I'm shitting on them. It's one more. Hey, nice.
Damn.
Good job. They're gone south.
Yeah, let's see what we have here. Dude, so this is an actual strat, or these are the same people? But again, I really wonder why they're choosing this combination. I think that they're really aiming for that bubble.
I do, yes, I'm scanning.
3 hostiles up top.
You might need a bubble, I think. Be dead.
I do think that there is a strap with the bubble thing, right? Where you have this thing where you can go in and go out.
Oh, one guy on your left. Going right, he's going right. He's one shot, snipe, he's one shot. No, he's not.
That's like the nicest thing to say. Like you really want to say like he's one shot in those moments, but he's actually not. That was well played though. Like I'm really surprised though, like how much of like shouting it is and how much of like luck it also is, in the sense of like just like look at this right here. Like you literally have like two teams dropping in here, which is just like fucking unfortunate. And you have like two teammates going down and the third one like barely making it. And it's not like this is so interesting to see, because like a lot of times you'd expect like if you'd have these pro like it'd be like a chess game sort of thing where they're like, we know exactly what we're doing.
Turn it into an amazing game. There's a solo up top. One player already down there. Octane trying to hold it. This could be the evidence of the jump pad being worth it after all. Kanaka's pet's fighting down below. The R01. It's hitting head shots, but will it hit these shots? Wingman in the hands of Fury. Sucks. My Little Pony. Are they going to come out and do it? Will he be able to clutch Fury? Oh!
But like look at like literally just look at how much. So yeah, there is quite a like there's some skill where like literally where you sit here, a newer player would definitely try to revive, because they'd be like, oh man, like I have the chance right now if I can get a revive in, but that will kill you because this ring will just like instantly kill you. But yeah, like getting these shots in, man. Oh my god. But I guess Octane gives you access to advantageous position. Gibby lets you reinforce that position, and Bloodhound's intel is always super valuable. I think that Gibby is more as a as an emergency sort of thing. So like whenever like someone drops a ult, like you can ult with Gibby too. So like with basically like I think that these games are a lot less moving around fast. Like they're a lot less like fast go around. Hold on, fuck that one. But they're more like position play. So like you want to make sure that at a certain point in time you're gonna get in, like I think like I haven't seen a match, but like the way that I can see this right now, like how long it takes, I think that there's a lot less hot dropping and there's a lot more spreading out dropping. So that at a certain point in time you're gonna like meet at a certain location with like a whole bunch of squads, and you're gonna make sure that like, hey, where can I find the best position? And when I'm in that position, like how many people are going to be around me? Because like when you're hot drop, like initially you're going to have like a bunch of people around you, but they're going to have nothing. So who cares where they exactly are? Because like they're not really going to have anything. Your first choice is like get a weapon and like actually like start punching out or killing out the people that are around you. And then afterwards, if the first time people already die at like the hot drop location, the first 10 squads, then like afterwards it's just like you're going to be 1-on-1, 1 or 2 mostly, but not more than that. Here, what you're going to have is like if people stay around longer, I would assume that what you're going to have is you're going to see. You're going to see that, like, hey, now all of a sudden we're converging with 4 squads at the same location, everyone's, like, fully amped sort of thing. And that, at that point in time, first of all, position is really important. So, like, yeah, I can see that with Octane. You want to have position. Or an escape, because, like, let's say, like, 2 squads are converging. You could try and escape. Bloodhound is really that important to, like, update the location of the squads, which you can see them do. And, like, Gibby is like, okay, so, like, right now we have, like, 2 squads firing out, throw the shield, and you can also, like, move in and out to, like, get that damage, just like reload outside the shield, move back into shoot sort of thing. But yeah, that is what I would assume, I guess. But like then again, I don't know. This is the first stuff I'm seeing.
He does it, and he clutches as a solo. It takes game 1.
Yeah, let's see. See, like 7 hostiles detected, and this right here is 7 squads left. I don't know which ring it is. Round, let's see, final round. Yeah, this is final round, and 7 squads left, and 20 people alive. That never fucking happens. That never happens in a public lobby. Like this shit is really, really like no, like I would assume like at the start so quiet, and at the end like you really need to have everything.
100 and give gold. I'm gonna nade them. I think. Fucking them up. Fucking them up. Fucking them up. I got nades in there. Watch out for nades.
Like, look at that. Like, they just locked down that position there.
64, 60. Crack them. They swung outside. Dead.
Oh my god.
Dead.
Nice, good fucking shit. Nice, good shit. They still on their knees?
No, they're all dead. Play for this wall. Left side wall. Play left side wall. Last team. Focus Nox.
Oh my god.
Dead.
Like, yeah, just
Let's fucking go!
just look at like yeah, so it's amazing how fast people like go away, right? Because like in every 10 seconds like a squad passes basically. Like we started out with 7 and it goes like So like what you see right here is like pretty much everyone apparently like as I thought like everyone's gonna like hold up here. These people are holed up because they know that if people want to get inside, what they need to do is like break the walls, and because of that, break the doors, and then like they have the advantage. But you now have that the ring is coming in, so they're gonna have to like get the fuck out of there. And this ring is like nasty. You see that like half the health is gone by just 2 seconds in the ring. Now the nades throw is pretty insane. Throwing nades as you come out is like pretty cool, I guess. I've not seen people do that before. Here they come out now, going for the ring, so you know that like their health is low. And yeah, you also see that like the moment the shields are gone. There you go, 3 squads left. So yeah, quickly looting. Being able to get that shield bat in is pretty nice. Now there's only 1 squad left. This was nice. This was really sweet, and this was just lucky. Like, oh! I mean, like, the one that worked was the one last one, yeah.
Holy fuck!
It's up in 10.
But yeah, it's so much more like chaotic than I imagined.
We're gonna have to go through this.
But yeah, here again, is this all the same? No, these are again different people, and they're still playing the same tactic.
We're gonna go right, okay?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just look at his position, right?
I need to reload my shotgun.
I'm in.
I didn't make it
Give me
in time
that.
for you. If you back up to the edge of zone, you can use me as cover.
Blood
One! Ah! Oh, last one! Put my shield! I'm not moving! Nice! Move to the west!
Use me.
Must team.
Holy fuck! If this guy's still gonna make it.
Oh, let's fucking...
Good job.
Oh, dude, I was like, this guy.
Must team.
I can't imagine this guy makes that
Oh, let's fucking...
Good job.
with that low health. Still, so impressive though, because like you're really like, this is positional play.
Right, okay? Up in 10.
I'm kind of wondering like, okay, so like where exactly is this?
Oh, dude, I'm on one, bro.
Where exactly is this?
Fuck!
It's up in 10.
This right here is, oh, like fuck, World's Edge.
We're gonna have
Oh, underneath here. So they actually have had a fight there.
side here.
Like I could see that you can kind of like sit down there with like the hopes like you do have cover from outside, but like yeah, you have to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So it's like this is like the jump, getting that right, like that is some really good like jumping. Like that's something that I wouldn't be able to do.
I didn't make it
Give me
in
that.
time for you.
Taking all of these
If you
guys
back up
out
to
is
the edge
like
of zone,
pretty
you can use me
insane.
as cover.
This is like using the Gibby shield.
Blood
One! Ah! Oh, last one! Put my shield! I'm not moving! Nice! Move to the west!
Use me.
Must team.
That was
That's
unfortunate.
second.
All right.
Oh, let's fucking...
Good job, boys.
Woo! Yep. We need to kill the team above us.
All right. Again, dude, I did not know that this was such a like insane
We
like
need to
powerhouse
kill them. We're gonna
combo.
fall off the building. We need to
I've
kill
never,
them.
I would have never seen it
Throwing a nade
before.
up on them.
Yep.
Final round.
Look at the Gibby. Give me that.
Dude, what a
One more,
position
two more,
that is, eh?
Falling.
Broken.
To be up there.
Stay up.
I'm
I'm looking at the pop med kit.
It's really like,
Look for kills. Look for kills.
holy fuck.
I'm gonna look for kills too then.
Holy fuck, how tiny that ring is.
It's just a Valk. He's gonna die. Stay alive.
No, I couldn't.
No.
slide.
The Wraith. They just have Wraith.
It's like,
Wow.
I killed all 3 in that
Bro,
stairwell.
I hit that med kit fucking perfectly.
I killed all 3 in that stairwell.
That was insane, dying to the ring like that. Oh my god.
Take my armor.
Let's see here.
They didn't see it. You're not paying attention.
Alright, what do not here? They go up?
Okay, so here we have a Wraith instead of a Octane.
I'm doing it.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. They're staying down there. You can do it. You can do it.
Come.
Go.
Crypto's fucked to your right!
He's flash.
Oh man, that's why I hate those shotguns, man.
All right, that's good. Full heal. Such a good fucking idea.
Holy shit, I just realized what they were doing. Holy fuck, that's smart. Holy fuck, that is smart. Oh my god. Okay, so this shit was this is what I was expecting to see a lot more. This, oh my god, like a lot of these which we've seen so far were just like kind of clutch situations. This is so smart. So the first thing that was okay, so like what I was wondering about here was like Like, why are they like kind of like running around here? Why is it important that like the shield swab is important? And then I was like, okay, so like they're probably gonna like plan some sort of attack or something. I don't know. But then they had this thing where like they're placing the portal here. It's like, why are they placing? Okay, so like they're using the scan to like just throw them off. They're placing the portal. I'm like, are they gonna like swoop in or something? I thought they were gonna use this to swoop in, but then like they move through, they open up the door, and I'm like, are they gonna like spawn right behind them? But now I realized like the reason why they did that is so that, okay, so like look at this, dude, this is insane. They place this right here, so that basically, like, if they start shooting the crypto that's up there, because the other two are downstairs, like, the moment they run up, they just get portaled outside. How fucking smart! How fucking smart is that shit? Like, holy shit! Holy shit, that is... My god, and that also wasn't something where they're like, oh yeah, you know, let's just talk that over. That is something that was, like, known before. That is insane. Anyway, yeah, Espionage, thanks for letting me know about that. Damn, that is crazy. I did not know about this. I did not know that these things were like actually out there. I didn't know that these things were like actually something like you can watch these highlights. Check them out on YouTube. I hope they don't like go after me, be mad at me or something for like watching that. But like seeing us as like clips from other streamers as well, I hope it will be fine. And it was and it was like, you know, reviewing it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream today. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for probably more Ascent. I want to be playing some more Ascent. I want to go through and see more of what we did there. Blocking enemies with blocking session portal sounds fun, like a fun way to fuck with the enemy. Yeah, I love ALGS. Even when I stopped playing ALGS, I enjoyed watching the competition. Wait, ALGS, is that like they actually like Apex Legends? ALGS, Apex Legends. The global series? Did you play the global series? Did you play in that? Dude, I didn't even know. Apex Legends compete. Introducing year 2. And by the way, I gotta get rid of the lol. Year 2 of it in Apex. I love how they have like Origin and Steam as 2 different platforms. Challenger Pro League. 40 of the top teams in each region. I never played in ALGS. Oh, I thought so. Dude, I thought so. I was like, wait, you never told me. Read the official rules. So yeah, no purchase necessary to enter. Void prohibited by law. 20 teams. So basically it's like 20 teams per region. 20 teams will qualify. Player eligibility, be of minimum age to have a full EA account, players blah 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 blah. If you want to register now, how much would it take to register? Registration. If you say register now, oh, you would have to sign into your account. I'm actually wondering, like, what does it take to register, right? What if you like registered on the Dare or registered on the meme? About points and prizes, overview, competition tiers. What are the competition tiers? Pinnacle, the championship, the playoffs. $1 million prize pool, $2 million prize pool. God damn, dude, that is insane. The regionals. You have the online for future pros. Curious, cool. I knew there was like esports to it, but like I didn't know how deep it went. That's pretty insane. Honestly, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, like esports is not really for me. I just want to make sure that I got played, have fun. So anyway, I say that 2 years later, I'm like top of Apex now. Fuck no. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow on Tuesday, probably from our side. Goodbye.